Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear? Can y'all hear? Breeze wide. Prada.
Hey, top of the morning, P.
What's the deal?
Oh, well, man, around always. Shit, what you got going on this morning, man?
Oh man, just got done having to let a bitch know, it's my way or the highway. For the bitch to say she rather have it no other way. You know what I'm saying? That's you know. So you know what I'm saying. It's my way or the
And
highway, bitch. I don't want no other way. You let me know something.
why does it always seem like it's such a crime, to lay out that foundation? A bitch is really, if she's offended when I mean, what would you think is their main source of thought when it comes down to have to run it our way, or it has to be established. The program has to go the way we know.
Right.
Why do you think that becomes a problem with this? Right?
So okay, so there's sort of stages. I say, you had a bitch that, okay, she'll turn out. It might be a little easier. It might be, because you know, she's did, she's something she never did. Now if it's a bitch that, is already some hoe, then you would think like, okay, well, why would she have an issue? But then that would be just based on who she was with before. Renegades, their main thing is, okay, well, why I'm gonna get my money, or why I'm gonna do this, like, why should it be? That could be due to their experiences with the men that they've dealt with, right? So, um, I just really think that it boils down to um, the man, honestly. I think it really boils down to the man and the type of uh, 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 godship that he displays in front of that woman, uh, that'll have her submit to his mission and follow his lead. You like that? Huh? You like that, huh, brother?
I mean, well, I tend to, no, I tend to, okay, when I got a bitch, right, you know, I just, I just personally believe, and I'm not considering the fact that, we all look at things the same way as men, but now I'm saying that women has a very unique way of looking at those type of things, right? So when I'm putting it down or when I'm, laying out the foundation, it seems to be always some type of misconception, or I'll get those type of flare-ups, from a bitch about accepting policy or accepting instructions the way that I know and it's proven to work, right? So now I know we can't as men answer that question for a woman, but now where do you go with how far do you go with your guidance when it comes to being questioned? as far as your knowledge to getting a bitch where she need to be, how she need to be, leveling her up, upgrading her thought process and, bringing something more savvy to the way that she do her thing. You dig what I'm asking? You dig what I'm saying?
Yep, yep. So the thing that keep me patient with that, right, is I have to remind myself, that's what we're getting paid for, right? So that's when that comes back, into as far as the patience. Now, as far as how much, I determine that on, you know, if the bitch ain't with me no more, will I be all right with what I've taught her for her to utilize it away from me in another situation? You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. So that's how I try to gauge that type of thing. Um, as far as questioning, I mean, it's you know, my thing is
Absolutely.
if she questioning before, it's like, bitch, don't question it until you question when you gotta question it, bitch. When I make you have to question me, then question me. Don't make me guilty, but innocent until proven guilty without the doubt. Oh well, question. Well, okay, well, what you not gonna do, bitch? I mean, you questioning I'll let you know everything you need to know. So what? Depending on what you questioning, I mean, what's the question gonna do? No matter if I tell you this, that, what's the answer gonna determine? If the result has to be you end up doing what the fuck I'm telling you to do anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, but now, what about this though? Okay, when a bitch come up out of a situation, right? And a lot of them is war torn. You know what I mean? For some, because it's always a reason. So now, I found that those are some of the things that completes a bitch. You did like a brand new thought and a brand new walk, right? So when she's craving for some pimping, something new, something else to do, something new to do. You know, do you experience or have you experienced it becoming a problem? Oh, okay, well, because I know, like, okay, because I could clearly see that what the situation was with a bitch when she come into my program, my possession. So now, instead of offending her, which of course that's absolutely not what we're trying to do. What I'm trying to do. How would you go about trying to facilitate those things to her, like you said, like, okay, it's gonna work because it's the way I say it's gonna work. I mean, we know. I mean, you would know. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, see, and then that comes with this. You know, if she does pay a fee, right, choosing fee, which for sure she should. Now that's where that comes in because it's well, then what you paying for, right? So if she gonna give money to choose up, the way she's supposed to not listen, then that doesn't make sense. That'll be the first thing, is what I'm saying, right? And then other than that, that is still what are you paying me for, bitch? And that's really what it is. What are you paying me for? Sometimes you gotta ask them that. We might, are you paying for my pimping? Okay, I get it, right? But you know, bitch, what are you paying me for? That type of thing. So, uh, you know, because it's the thing. If you want me to be responsible, with responsibility comes authority. I can't be responsible if I'm babysitting a kid, if I call myself a parent, and I don't have the authority to tell them not to run in the middle of the street. That's what I'm saying. So with responsibility comes authority. If you want me to have responsibility over you, bitch, then I have to have some authority, or I can't be responsible. So then that goes to you know, how much is the bitch referencing the game for real, or that type of stuff. Because as a whole, right, she's the best woman. The pimp is the best man. So So, what makes her the best woman is because with her man, the pimping, she fully submits and she takes pride in that. So, with responsibility comes authority, not control, even just in the sense of, command, leadership. Or how do you expect me to be responsible for you? You know, if I'm telling you, okay, put on this bulletproof vest, they come in. I ain't got time to answer why, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to answer why it's made this or why you got it. It might be a little heavier than you think. Or do whatever the fuck, bitch. Put the shit on. That's what I'm saying. I might not have time to answer why. So that's the thing. So now if I, now if I give you an opportunity, if I like, well, what you think about this or something, if I involve you, then that's just the type of, that's just the technique, right? That's just, depending on, each person. But as far as a bitch just, being resistant to the program, that's just not home.
regardless of, you know, the situation that a bitch is coming out of, like,
Well, yeah,
I mean,
because she should
because
want to start fresh, right? Don't make me suffer. Bitch, I didn't take the test. Don't make me have to grade these niggas' tests and fix their right answers before we even get to, shit, bitch, that is just your, okay, bitch, you know how many bitches I done dealt with in my life? Now, what, you want me to bring that into this? Or you want a fresh start? That type of shit. You know, you,
you
you
believe,
know,
P, that there's a space in the room for a bitch to even mentally breathe, to open up, like, I mean, because sometimes it's an emergency situation where a bitch just jump up out of a situation, you know. Here's my reason. Let me just kind of like fast forward to, because I could dig what you're saying, right? But now it's because I've been macking across the country, right? And I've experienced um flare up behind the difference in pimping. California, New York, Nevada, Oregon, you know, I mean, and so on and so forth, right? And there's a difference from what I'm understanding, right? When when I get at a bitch, right, it's almost like it's foreign, which I could understand. But I mean, what do you think? Should that be, or would that be the reason? I mean, would my pimping be foreign to what a hoe understands in another state, in another city, you know, states over, a state over, two, three states over? Like, have you ever experienced it becoming a different type of language?
Superfly. Nah, nah, so look, that's definitely a universal language, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to speak the same language for a bitch to know what it is. That's the epitome of that saying when they say if it's understood, it don't need to be explained. That's the epitome. Matter of fact, uh, 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 Superfly right here, who's just in the comments. If you look at his page, right, you know, uh, his whole that campaign, right, he don't say one thing, right, like his whole thing is, every word out my mouth costs, bitch, right, like you can see it, like he speak, you know what I'm saying? It's just so it's just universal language, right? It's really universal now. You will hear niggas say, well, oh, certain areas niggas pimp like this or pimp like that, all that type of shit. But to me, it's
Right.
only pimping. You know what I mean? Now, okay, well, Florida, something strip clubs, or well, even though there's blades in Florida streets, but you're gonna hear in the strip club, that's the thing, Florida type. But California, shit, it's many tracks in California, just in California, and in the whole United States. just in California. So we had like the you know it's how can I say
A different aura.
that's what I would say.
Don't lose your thought. Let me add this to my what my where my conversation is going. Okay, so now I got a partner from Nevada, and I've been in front of some some home that's on okay now carpet versus track, you know internet versus a track hole, right? Internet pimp versus a track pimp, or I guess is if there's a difference, because I don't see a difference, right? But now hoes tend to believe that there is, right? But now okay, so I'm actually macking at a bitch that's working the carpet, right? And she tell me, she say, well, listen, are you from here? And I said, of course not. We exchanging, conversation, we conversing, and she could clearly see that, I'm not from Nevada, right? And I'm like, well, how could you tell? She said, because of the things that you're saying to me, and I'm saying, well, baby, where I come from, you know, sometimes it's always good to have a sense of humor, you know. It draws a peace, between the gang, a pimp versus a hoe, right? So she tells me, she's like, well, no, I can't understand that language. So I said, well, then why is it a different language? What's the difference in the language? And she tell me, well, I'm on $1 million flow. What I hear when I'm in this environment is money. That's what attracts me. That's where my mind is at. So when I hear something outside of money, to me, she say it's either the police or a pimp. She said what I'm used to hearing is a pimp saying something outside of what you're saying. And I said, well, what are you saying that I'm less than the pimp in your state, or
I
are
thought
you
you'd be
telling
like,
me?
that's why I'm macking at you, bitch. Well,
Well, actually, that's where it was going, right? I'm saying like, well, hold on, bitch, because I'm starting to figure that, my position of where where my mind is at with it is not what I believe it is, which I don't question myself or doubt some pimping, right? But now, I'm telling her like, what up, baby? This is what I am, and this is who I am, and this is how I am, right? So she's saying, well, you know, maybe you should, maybe you should hear some of the things that the pimping is saying, in Nevada, because that's not what they're telling me. That's not what they're saying to me. I'm like, well, damn, bitch, are they pimping? Are they pimping? You know, and that right there in my mind automatically, raise the alert. So I'm like, okay, now I know my partner is pimping, right? But what is he actually saying, when he's pimping at you? Or when he's pimping at a bitch, so then I start to figure like, okay, so perhaps we come from California now and we land in Nevada, you know, do we fail in our pimping?
hell no. Bro,
Do we
I
fail
knocked
in
a
our
bitch out of, I knocked got a bitch out of Nevada. Look, bro, it's the thing, right? It's all the response. The bitch tell me that, oh, if it's outside of money or whatever. Bitch, outside of money, bitch, when you hear pimping and hoeing, bitch, that's bigger than the money. Bitch, you would be you without the, who's big, who's bigger, you or the money, bitch? I just said I said pimping and hoeing, I'm talking about this game, bitch. You talking about money? The game bigger than the money, bitch, right? So that's some shit she ain't never heard. But what she talking about probably is the hey now, say now, all that type shit. R. Caldwell, WDGCS. What's up, y'all? You see what I'm saying? Prada?
well,
She talking about that type shit, you know.
I think she was clear, and that was a part of it, but she was a little bit more precise, she say well, my man, you know, would never say those type of things to me. And then I stopped her. I said, well, that's the difference, baby. I'm a pimp. You know, I'm a pimp. And what I'm taking from this conversation is that maybe he's spending a lot more time being your man than your pimp. Which is, I thought, I told her, which is perfectly okay if that's what you love. But now, when it comes down to this gang, I have a procedure, you know, which doesn't inflict, I mean, it doesn't, collide with me being a man. But now it does collide with me being a disciplined, seasoned, sophisticated individual, gentleman, you know, and so on. So, we went on to conversate, I mean, at that point, I realized that, I had the bitch out of pocket.
Yeah,
So,
I was waiting for that part. I was like, golly, bro. Okay, okay.
with a conversation like this, I'm realizing, do she realize how out of pocket she is, man? So now, with that said, man, the pimping in California, man, I believe is a little bit different than pimping in other states. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
What you,
I know
what
I
you feel
agree.
about
No, no, yeah, I agree. But, like in the grand scheme of things, I believe that you know, uh, pimping or no pimping all across the globe. That's what I'm saying as far as that. Now, as far as technique, you know what I'm saying? That's that. But you gotta remember this too when it comes to the pimping. But the man is still the man. So even like no matter the state, like the man is still the man, is what I'm saying. So someone just because they come out of where you come out of ain't talking like you. Like my man Priceless, he out there Memphis. Hold on. If it ain't, see now, but now this is what's like I say now. If we come to stop down, like really when who's really, 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 really like more like in the culture with the game, I would have to say it came from the South. I say hip hop star in New York, probably.
I hear you.
Right, right, right. So as far as the pimping, yeah, I would have to say it came out the South. What you think?
I can agree. I agree that pimping actually, I believe that there was a lot more structure, in the way that a man moves around a bitch in the South than anywhere else. Yeah, so I'd have to agree, you know. But now I don't really run into a difference in. Well, maybe it's because a difference in a pimp from the South than a pimp in the South than a pimp in California. Because I believe that a lot of our families migrated, from the South, about the South. So our values and our techniques and our ways of life, I believe, are similar. But now when we touch, when I touch like the East Coast, you know, I believe that all of our ways and our thoughts and the life is faster. It's a lot more faster. So I believe that there is a difference now when it comes to these other states. I see that there's a clear difference. It's not a belief. I'm witnessing, but and then it's not the pimping that I'm questioning. It's the way that the way a bitch relate to you, which tells me that there's obviously a little bit of difference in the way that we move. I believe what she said, the way she defined it. You know, I don't believe in the way she said it. I definitely believe what she said, the way she felt about it, because she was sincere. But now, I'm just trying to figure out why is there a difference, or what is the difference? Is it fair to say that that's not pimping?
Okay, which part?
The part that, well, for one, she referred to her folks as her man.
Oh, that. I mean, like I say, we don't know what these bitches be thinking about, but it's
No,
just, huh.
I'm telling you, this is basically what she said. Okay, and this is not my first encounter, P. So it's like, it's like this is one of my go-to places, right? And I've heard that, that has been something that comes up. So now, you know, I start to believe, which is why I question it now. Is it the pimping, or is it the way that a bitch looks at a pimp in these different states? You know,
No, no, no,
is it?
no, no, yeah, no, no. Like I say, no, it ain't that. It's just, I mean, you know, the thing about the pimping is it's universal, right? That's the thing about pimping. Is it's universal within itself. It's universal within itself. So the pimping gonna go and can fit in anywhere. See, it's universal within itself, right? So that's the thing now. How powerful is the pimping? That's the question. How powerful is the pimping? You know, uh, is is the pimping able to give a bitch a perspective, right? That type of thing. So, but yeah, I would say pimping for sure is, it's universal, even just within itself. You know, the uh, it will be recognized by its kind, for sure. Pimping creates. Now, as as far as people like, like I say, the sayings or watching too much TV, then that's something different. You know what I'm saying? But um, sometimes our job is to get these bitches to know about themselves, about the hoeing. See, that's the thing too. Well, I must know about the hoeing. It's $1 million floor at the minimum, bitch. Millions. I think it's more than a million. You touched a million on this floor yet? That type shit. Minimize the bitch. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Whatever she thought was fly, whatever a nigga told her that he thought was free, that's the thing. Minimize the bitch, your man, bitch. So,
Absolutely.
how come her ears open enough to be able to hear what other pimps are saying? You're a renegade, see how much you know about the game. That's what I say, gotta go back to the game. Now, she not referencing the game, but she ain't gonna really understand you. But she calls herself referencing the game. Oh, yeah, she in trouble. Because if she don't, she don't have no standard. She's not holding herself to no standard.
Yeah, at that point, I realized that, some of that. Yeah. But again, is more, because, building on a bitch, revealing herself to her is what my angle was anyway. So I didn't take it as some type of offense. I thought about it. I had to process it real fast and give it back to her, and that's where it went. But now, when when she have a point, because now sometimes, bitch can't make a point, right? From a position like that to me. Okay, for instance, like, I've been on the carpet before. So now I know some of the differences and, the way that you have to approach things there, right? What does that? Is that I would believe, myself, but now do you think that would be the reason why, a bitch has a different definition of what she expect, her expectation of the pimping. Would it be because of her experience of where her forum is or what her environment is, how she has to run her thing, what her obligations are, you know, in the form of where she's doing her shit at.
Like I say, cause then what's that? Damn bitch. Well, shit. You ain't moving around. How long you been in the same spot, right? So I'm always gonna throw it on the hoe. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never gonna be this. Does she know what this hoeing is? What the hoeing is about? Does she know what she's for? And like that's the thing. There's nothing that because my thing is you know it all, like I say, bro. It all boils down to what's valuable. In a sense, to get all those answers, because you're providing what's valuable. She's gonna call that pimping. It's just that don't matter what you provide. It's about with her. That's the whole point. Now, if she's willing to give her 100%, everything 100%, then okay, what you paying for, bitch? Right? Like it ain't gonna be no debt. But other than that, what's I'm yeah, what you like, bitch? What I'm saying in that sense. But she has to be willing um, to follow, to submit to the mission. But it all boils down to providing what the need is. But as a pimp's or any man's job, pimping or not, any man's job, the woman ain't supposed to come fixed or together by any means, right? And she shouldn't think that she was. And if she coming from a different situation, bet you a brand new car. If you was thick, you're getting skinny. If you're skinny, you're getting thick. If your hair was long, it's gonna be short. Fuck with me, it's gonna be short. It's gonna be long, right? Okay,
Yeah,
you started completely over. No, but what I'm saying is a bitch has, she has to understand that by her submission is for her to be able to be molded into a better woman. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing our job as a man, period. If we can't mold the woman to a better just woman, So that's just really just, the thing. Whatever is valuable to her, okay, that's good. Bitch, change the values. You know what I'm saying? You change the value system, right? It's still all that, right? But when it comes to a bitch thinking about what's pimping or not, you know what I'm saying? I had a bitch even thinking, what do you have to be confused and now she's even some hoeing to even say it was some pimping, bitch. For you to think you know what a pimp is, bitch, you gotta know who you are first. If you don't know who you is, you for sure ain't gonna know. If you don't know the woman who you are supposed to be, then you ain't gonna for sure know what they say, when the queen is ready, the king will appear. When the queen is ready, the king will appear. But you gotta be ready. If you know who you are, bitch, then you gonna know what the pimping is and what it ain't.
yeah, man. My belief is that that is pimping. You know what I mean? But now, a lot of pimps, a lot of pimps, I believe, outlook, not overlook or underlook, but outlook the fact that there is a difference in a place of being. It's, meaning like state to state. So when when a pimp is teaching a bitch or instructing a bitch, you know, he might be going outside of what the game is. So when we bump into a bitch, man, when we bump into a bitch, she has this definition of what pimping is. So now it becomes okay. So when you pimping at a bitch, right? And for instance, she's listening. She have her undivided attention for the moment. and you're giving her, you laying out your foundation for what it is, and what giving her that option to, accept what you feel as though, I mean, from your point of view, bitch, this pimping, you know what I mean? This how, this how I do my thing. And I'm quite sure that there's a lot of other pimps similar to me where I come from, but now where you are, how you are, and what it is, like it might be just a little bit different than what I'm saying or the way I'm saying it. However, now, yeah, it causes, sometimes I believe that it would cause this conflict, but now I'm not sure. And which is why, I approach you with the matter and shit, because I'm sure you've experienced something like that in your time in this game. Shit. Man, it has become like a question to me, because when a bitch tell me that I don't understand your language, that's foreign, and I'm trying to understand that. And it's not just one bitch. When it becomes like two, three bitches in this particular state, this city, I'm like, okay, well, the pimping is different, you know. And a bitch say, well, no, that's not actually what it is, you know. This is pimping. This is the way I relate to my pimp. It's the way I relate to my folks. I mean, because even in another state, they have a different definition of what the term pimp is. So folks, they're not familiar with some of the slang or some of the lingo.
Somebody tell me, okay, I got folks, nah, bitch, but you got pimping. See, this is the thing. You pimp,
Right.
when it comes to pimping, you can't go wrong with pimping. All else fails pimp. You can't go wrong with pimping when it comes to pimping in any situation where it needs pimping. You need nothing else but pimping when it comes to needing pimping in any situation that you'd have to be a pimp in. All it takes is pimping the pimp to control anything around a pimp. Just pimp, right? So that's anywhere though. But that's the thing. So when it comes to the bitch, it's like, you know, did she hear pimping? So that's where that come in. Maybe with your boy, she heard macking. Maybe he talked to her too long, or before, you know, he let her know she was a out of pocket piece of shit. That's bitch, don't you play it? No, but like I say, yeah, but the thing
I
is,
would have
right?
went there, but I was impressed with the conversation, and the fact that the bitch was out of pocket. You did, that really like, built my adrenaline at the time. So I was on my thing.
But you didn't let her know
But
that she was out of pocket. You didn't let her know what happened. Did you let her know she owed you some money for being out of pocket? So there you
absolutely, but now she realized that, she, I just was, it was just came in the question to me, like, bitch, are you realizing that this is, time is money? I'm beginning to feel like this is more a survey than than coming across and jumping into some pimping, some, this program and shit. I believe it, or I'm like, well, bitch, are you a news reporter? You responding to these questions, yet, you're finding it foreign to you. And I start to think like, well, bitch, are you being pimped on?
I mean, foreign shit, bitch. So what kind of car you got? American. What I'm saying? What do you like foreign, bitch? Let's just talk about foreign. You know, but like I say, you know, we, no matter what the bitch say, what I'm saying, it's gonna go the pimping way. She might have thought one thing till the pimping showed her, think another. So that's how I look at it. The bitch might be saying something out of her mouth, but the pimping gonna give her a different way to look at some things to where she might have came in one way and she left another. So, you know, however, you know, we got to make sure we never get to a point to where uh, whole guy, because basically it's like this. Bitches will test you. That's the thing. They'll test you. You know what I'm saying? They hoes if they're hoeing, right? So, they gonna test, they gonna see it, you know, especially if you want to pay you right. They're gonna see how fast you are, they're gonna see how slick you are, they're gonna see how, what you let them slide with or not from the beginning. Why? Because we don't know the man that she had before us. Or you, like we don't know. Now if that nigga was mashing in the name of what he called pimping, then for sure she ain't gonna, and you might be the one to mash. Which is okay, we just met, whatever. She ain't in whatever. But if she met another nigga just whoop, you know what I'm saying, and that's what she's gonna determine shit by. So now, like I say, uh, the pimp is the master Mac. You know what I'm saying? In my perspective, it's in that sense, right? So that's what goes back to knowing what to say to the bitch. It all goes back to that. It all goes back to that. Even if she thought okay, bitch, you thought this a pimp. Okay, you're wrong. Okay, now you see it my way. Okay, yeah, now you're wrong. Now see it another way. Okay, yeah, bitch, that's the bit. That's the thing. So that's really just from my experience. That's always been the most. It's been a key thing is having something to say and having something to teach and let it be real, right? So, I mean, but what's pimping, bitch, right? You know, YG good body. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I've been used to. What I do, just having something to say. Having something to say. YG. Hold on. Let's see what YG say. So we get another perspective. YG be on planes. They talk Cali kid. See Cali, he's YG.
Top of a T show. How you feeling?
What's up, man? That's Prada. That's YG. That's Prada.
Top of the morning, big. It's a pleasure.
Top of the morning, Prada. How you feeling, man? I'm listening to
I'm
the show. I
swell.
just stopped in.
Okay, now, do you think, okay, she a top geographical example, do you think that when it comes to the pimping, you know, do you think that a hoe can recognize a pimp in different states by, you know, are pimps different in different states? Can somebody say like, okay, well, a bitch, oh well, I'm not used to pimps talking like this. I don't see you as no pimp because of her environment. You know, uh, that type of vibe. Like, what are your thoughts on that as far as when it comes to the pimping and being recognized as what it is or what it ain't based on geographical location? Okay, I'm done.
Okay, yeah. Well, who got the music on show?
Oh no, that's not on my end.
Yeah, that's throwing me off. I hear like Fantasia in the background singing. She's like, well,
Okay, hold on.
okay, that's better. That's better.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now we can do this. All right, yeah. So yes, okay. Geographical ism, right? Now each state has its own disadvantages and advantages when it comes to the game. For instance, let's just use Chicago and LA for example, right? LA advantages over the last, I say 50, 60 years in this game has always been the weather, right? But because before the invent of the internet and before white society started letting us in the hotels and the corporate suites and things of that nature, all we had was the street. And of course, when you on the street, your main thing is what? You want to feel good outside. So California has always had the advantage of having the weather. Whereas if a person can go outside and make their money, and this is why Cali, has kind of been known as one of the biggest places where a lot of, pimps come from. Chicago, we got good weather in the summertime, but we don't have it in the wintertime. So guess what people got to do in Chicago? A lot of people in Chicago who are in the game, they got to figure out stuff to do in the wintertime. Now, why do I say all this stuff? I say this stuff because when you got weather in Cali and you able to pimp a certain way, when you have the weather in Chicago, it makes you pimp a certain way. What do I mean by that? Meaning you're going to have to come up with a strategy to accommodate not just the environment that you're in, but the laws, because in each state the laws is different. See? So when you talk about pimping differently, it's definitely going to be different because each state has something different to offer. So if you're a cross-country pimp, if you're traveling cross-country and doing your thing, these are some of the things that you have to overstand, understand, understand, and understand, is that each state is going to have different advantages and different disadvantages. So let's unpack that right there, Show.
Throw some understanding there, but I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Okay, so product. It's also I understand. Product.
Oh yeah. I understand. I understand. I understand and understand the circumstances, of the game. My question isn't the game. My question is the bitch, actually being taught the game? You know what I'm saying? Like on the carpet, there is a different form, to the game. So, I'm curious, like, bitch, am I, out of place, or are you? I said, you out of pocket. And I'm wondering if you realize that. But baby, do you, actually understand that this is the game? No matter where you at, this is the game.
Yeah, I mean, she should understand the game, whether she on the carpet, whether she on the street, I mean, the etiquette is going to be different, of course. The type of innuendos that she might give, or the type of dress, she might dress a little different. Like, she's not going to go into the casino dressed like she on Figueroa. You get what I'm saying? It's a different style. It's a different dress. She's not going to say the same things because you got to look out for different things in the casino. For something like when you go in the casino, you already know you got to blend in. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to get too much game, but you have to blend in. Not only do you have to blend in, but you have to have an eye of the tiger. See, so if you teach your woman how to hunt, she should know how to go out there hunting for her prey. And she should know exactly what to look for, and she should, have the nose to smell blood, if you know what I'm talking about.
Now,
That's why they say
product. Could you explain to him what she was saying on the phone, like just like that part specifically?
Wait, say that again.
Could you explain to him what she was saying on the phone?
Oh, okay, about which part? Like when she the form?
That shit.
Okay, so okay, what I was hearing was that she say, well, are you from Nevada? And I'm explaining, like, no, baby, I'm not from Nevada. I'm around Nevada. She say, well, yeah, I could tell, because of things you're saying, my man wouldn't say to me. And I said, well, is he a pimp? Or do you have a boyfriend? And at that point, I think that draws the line of what this actually was with her. But now it was just, my question was that, is it being taught some pimping? I mean, your hoeing like it's going, but now, hoeing for a pimp, or are you hoeing for your boyfriend, for yourself?
Or is she even hoeing at all, right? And she just prostitute. So, yeah. Or is she just prostitute? See, that's the thing about it, right? And see, this is the thing, right? Nowadays, I was just saying this, pimping is a lost art, okay? Pimping is a lost art. And with the invent of OnlyFans, with the invent of the internet, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm a lot of y'all didn't know. It makes it real hard for a lot of pimps. Now, when I say it makes it hard, I mean you don't have the pool of women that you used to have back in the day mentally. Like, you might can get them physically, but you're not gonna get them mentally no more because their minds are gone. So you got to understand this, and this is why you have to be looking for You have to understand the spirit of hoeing, and you got to be looking for, not looking for, but you have to be out there getting women who really have the spirit of hoeing in them. You have to have some game and some knowledge, not just pimping. See,
Yeah.
because pimping is like the Salem witch trials, right? And that's why I say, man, you have an art that to most people is foreign. So when you bring it up to her, she like, my man would never tell me that. You see that she didn't say my pimp. She said my man, right? And a lot of these women have a societal thought of love and relationship, even in the pimping and the hoeing. Now, what does the pimp don't offer? The pimp necessarily, in their eyes, don't offer the emotional side of it. A lot of these women think niggas just want the money. He just want to use me, get his money, so he can move on. He can get the next woman and do the same thing to her. So when they have this mentality, you have to understand that, so that when you out here doing your thing, you can cut it off instantly. I think you did yourself a service by just cutting that off, because she's going to be a waste of time. She's going to waste your time. You're going to spend a lot of time trying to give her knowledge and information and impart something inside of her that she don't want. You got to give it to the people that say yes and not yeah. See, when a bitch starts saying yeah, I'm not dealing with her. I need the bitch that say yes, 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 that's down, that's willing to do what I need her to do. I'm not finna waste my time with somebody who I got to bump my head against the wall dealing with her. I got to teach you all this stuff you don't know. I got to let you know the game from Genesis to Revelations and all this shit. It take too much time, especially with where I'm at in my life right now.
So let me ask you this thing, YG.
I'm not trying
Let
to
me ask you this, YG. So say you get the new bitch, right? And she's
Mhm.
yes, all of that, right? But just based on her respect for the pimping, right? Now, would you take those yes? And I know you say, well, so okay, well, doing what I wanted to do. However, um, and then, like I said, and I'll be into the sense of, do we earn the, I don't want to say earn, because that's not the right word, but I mean, shit, take the pride out of it. Yeah. And do the yeses like that need to be earned? Is a bitch really coming like that, sincerely, ready, fully? Yes. You see what I'm saying? Because even hoes that I might have for however long, sometimes, stop saying that, bitch, right? Like, because sometimes bitch gets so like robotic, you know what I mean? To where now, she thinks that's just what you want to hear.
Well, sometimes you got to activate that, right? That's almost like when you playing the game and you unlock the next level. Sometimes you do got to activate that in the woman, right? But if you if you just pimping, you understand what I'm talking about? You're gonna activate that off back when she sees you. You dig what I'm saying? You smell a certain way, you look a certain way. You feel what I'm saying? You give her this energy that makes her want to be submissive. Submission is something that you can unlock, which will make a person say, well, you know what? Hell, I'm willing to do whatever he want me to do. And she could be a square. If you was to tell her, like I told you, go hunch that skirt up and walk down the street, she'll go do it. Why? Because she ain't never been around something like this. So yes, it's something that you got to earn, but you earn it by proxy of just being who you are. You dig what I'm saying? And the game is going to lead the right people your way. See, stop thinking that you're in this shit alone. The game is going to lead the right women your way. You did what I'm saying? And it might lead some of the wrong women as learning experiences. You feel what I'm saying? So you just got to learn how to take it for what it is.
That's what I was saying. I was saying, the man that the question is. But, and also, however, though, it's like, but so what you did say is earned, and then how we, explained it. Now you say, you could make her submissive. So then that goes back to the bitch that he might have talked to at first, who might have didn't have no knowledge or was acting a certain type of way. However, when I say earning it, what's another four-letter word for that? Pimp, right? Really, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole
Yeah,
thing
pimp,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Right. So that's my
So
whole
see
thing.
what
I mean,
happens when we say pimp for it and we don't give no context, we leave people in limbo, because pimping is it's a term that's used for everything. And it's like we use it for everything. And so to kill the slick talk, we have to start using the exact words. We know it's pimping. Like, we not in fifth grade. We already know what we talking about after so long. You should just get it. What's understood don't have to be explained, right? But we still
unless
have to
it
give
ain't
them
understood.
the knowledge. Say it again.
I said unless it's not understood. Well, go ahead.
unless it's not understood. Exactly. So that's pretty much pretty much where we at on there. I'm sorry, keep going because that just kind of threw my thought off.
Okay, so in the sense of how we're gonna say we talking Pimping right, the squares up here. We talking about Pimping right. No, but what I'm saying is pimp for it, right? Without the slick talk, 'cause that's still what it is. That's still what it is in that sense. Now, if we want to say utilize knowledge, but like I say, the power, right? So that's really just what it is, and how do you do
And
that?
then the game,
The
and then the
perspective.
game
You
has
can
changed.
make a bit see a different perspective. Go ahead.
And then the game has
Oh,
changed,
so
right?
it's good.
The
It'd be
game has
good, right?
changed.
It'd be
The
good for
fe-
this topic too.
the females is a representation of the men right now. See, so in turn, as pimps, we take responsibility for what we've created in this game because we are the progenitors of this game. We run it. You dig what I'm saying? The women, they're in it, right? But we run it. So as men, we have to step back on our throne as individuals. And like Nelson Mandela said, when you shine, you unconsciously give others the permission to do the same. So just by getting on top of your shit, just by controlling your program, just by getting your shit in order as far as your house, your cars, your wardrobe, get your credit right, all these things as a man, you have to get together. You dig what I'm saying? Just by doing all that, you don't have to go out there and scream nothing to nobody. That's why they say the game should be sold, not told. They wouldn't talk about you selling for a dollar amount because there's no dollar amount for this game. You feel what I'm saying? They were saying you sell it in your presence. When you walk out the door, when you talk, you're selling the game. You see what I'm saying? That's what you say. Can a motherfucker recognize a pimp in different states if he really doing some pimping? If he really got that spirit inside of him, if he's moving, operating, he don't even have to have on all the pimp regalia and all that stuff. He could just be walking and talk. He could just have two females with him. And
I
the
don't know.
aura of the game, the aura of this pimping is going to be around them. And people, I done been out. When I take my women out, you dig what I'm saying? It's like a show. It's like a show anywhere we go, man.
Look, ain't got no females. Look, ain't got not one.
Okay, if he ain't got okay. Let's say if he ain't got not one, that's the campaign. He keep my.
Okay, now look.
What's up, Lou?
What's going on?
Okay, now look. That's what we're talking. So product talk to this. So the geographical is right. I know we talked about this before. And would you say that the people over here don't sound like that, or the people over here don't act like that, or what you're saying is for me, or do you think that pimping has no bound to recognition from those in the game?
I mean, I kind of didn't hear anything you said. You really broke up real bad.
Oh my God, that's crazy. You just heard me when I stopped. Blue Simon. Y'all tell Lil dude. Okay, look. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. What I'm saying is, do you think that, or what are your thoughts on the pimping being recognized differently by the area that the pimp is in? Geographic,
Well,
like pimps over here,
yeah,
this
yeah,
pimp. Okay,
yeah.
good.
It's definitely I would say it's a real thing. It's definitely a real thing because you know we got the culture of where you come from that plays a factor of how certain people just conduct themselves and how they act. You know, we would always want to say like, yeah, a pimp should always conduct himself a certain way, but a lot of that man's upbringing, a lot of that man's surroundings can can change that. You know, there's going to be what we believe uh, a person should be like, a pimp should be like, and how he conducts himself, and then there's the reality. which is depending on where they come from, and who they're around, and the beliefs of these areas. Like, you got the West Coast pimps, you got the East Coast pimps. Yeah, everybody say, yeah, every pimps are just pimps, but the geographics and the demographics of where they come from really does play a different factor on their type of mindset, how they think, how they walk, how they talk. But that's with everybody. Who's better, who's worse, that's just opinion at the end of the day. But yeah, I think it does play it definitely plays a factor on who they are and how they are, depending on where they come from. Even upbringing, how a man's raised, what he thinks, is right, is wrong.
Okay, well, so like, look, so say a hoe, for example. Do you think a hoe could have the nerve to be like, well, I don't recognize you as no pimping because where I'm at, this is how the pimps are over here.
Well, then there goes, then goes where a hoe say is no say, because at the end of the day, how could a hoe ever say who is or who isn't? A hoe can never say who is or who isn't, especially if she never paid that individual. And I think that's the biggest, mistake, that people listen to hoes like that to begin with, that never paid an individual, and they're saying he is or he isn't, simply because of the fact that she's only dealt with a certain type of individual. She's only paid a certain type of individual. Or she's only been on the West Coast, so therefore all she knows is how they move on the West Coast or how they move on the East Coast. That's not a host. That's not really a whole place to say, unless she's paid an individual. Because until she's been in a situation with a certain individual, she can't say nothing about him. So she's never, she's never paid that individual.
Or it's not the fact that she can't, or it's not the fact that she can't say nothing, more so than the fact that you shouldn't value her opinion.
Right, because people gonna say what they want to say, right? And
Exactly.
I think that for me, when they say, if I say, I'm not gonna say they, if I say Jose is no say, the reason why I say it is because I know and I have an understanding that females in particular always speak from an emotional place. You understand? A hoe will say, "Oh, he's not the pimp," simply because you didn't cater to her emotions. You understand? Not because you didn't really pimp on her, but because she just feels you didn't do something that she wanted you to do. See, because
Exactly.
the hoes are always hoes are always being led by emotion, by what they want over what they need. So if you
Yeah.
don't give them what they want, you're not the pimp. You're not doing this. You're not, you're not good enough. So that's why I say I don't listen to when a hoe says, "Oh, he's not the pimp. He's not." Bitch, you just mad because he didn't give you what you wanted, and it was probably something
Well,
emotional.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, right? If they doing good, should they be able to get what they want?
I think every female should a man should understand first what the female needs, not what she wants. A want is to be rewarded. Something she wants is to be rewarded, but the biggest reward for her is being with him. The biggest reward, and when I say him, I'm talking about being with a man who understands the game for what it is, for what it isn't, and to be able to have her understand what is and what isn't, to be able to teach her how to be a better her. You understand?
Okay.
Because the thing about the game is not the materialistic shit. Like today's game, what you see going on today isn't what I seen, 16, 17 years ago, where these broads are being rewarded constantly with materialistic things. So you got this newer generation that they coming into the game like and treating it like it's some kind of get rich quick scheme or some type of hustle, as opposed to it being a lifestyle, you know. And people understood the female. played the position of being a pimp's hoe and catered to him and served him, and that was the reward for her to see him elevate, because she knew by seeing him elevate, she would also elevate. You know, these girls today, they're coming in and it's just, oh, I want this, I want that. Everything is a want, and they wanna be on the same level as the pimp, as far as I want to look like him, I want to have nice cars like him, I want to dress like him. You understand? But yet they do nothing as far as what it is to cater to him, to serve to him, to really be his hoe, to play the position, the godly position, which I would say the godly position, which is what the woman does with the man. Like these females today don't have that understanding. And I don't blame so much the females at the end of the day, because the female's only gonna do what you allow her to do, right? So when these guys get with these girls and they don't give them the understanding right away, when everything is just, let's talk about money, you understand? Basically what you're doing is you're making the money the priority even over your own pimping,
That's
because all you're
crazy, Lou.
teaching
That's
her.
crazy, Lou. Look, I'm sorry, Lou. I got see. Look, hey, Lou, saying the exact shit I'm saying. I was saying. That's what I was going to say. You know what I'm saying, Lou, 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 Lou. You know what I'm saying? See. That's how you know Lou getting vicious. If he's saying exactly what I say, Prada. Y'all at YG, y'all, I was just saying the same shit that he said. He wasn't in the room when I was saying this.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
but when I said with the her putting the money over the pimping and all that, and how the pimping bigger and all that, that's the same thing when he was saying that. Basically, what else does the bitch have to offer? But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lou, but you saying the exact same shit I was saying.
Hmm. So, um, so if all you doing is instilling in her about money, 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 then what's gonna happen to her? That's gonna be her train of thought. Even though she's paying you, she's gonna think that that's all you really want. That all you're after is just money. So that can actually turn around and bite you in the ass down the road with that same bitch. Where, because now she can use money as leverage to to pull back some now. Now the bitch starts acting up, or now the trap starts getting small. Because she knows, well, this is all you're really after. So what about the things that I want, as opposed to her understanding what I need, and what I need is to serve you. What I need is to be with you,
Not
because I know that at the end of the day,
Lou,
you.
they still look. They said look. So now look. But let me ask you this.
Look,
Look. Now look, let me ask you this. So, what if the bitch is doing everything that you want to do, full submission? Now, do you give her? Okay, people pay for what's valuable. Now, in the sense of giving her what she wants, whatever it is that she's liking you for, in the sense that she's being, even if, okay, it's from my pimping, we already, but you know what I'm saying, even if she wants to fucking walk in the goddamn park, fuck it, you ain't got to hold hands or nothing, right? But even if she just want to walk in the park every Thursday at 3 o'clock, that's what she want to do. She should be fully submissive. Do you do that? Do you give her that?
I mean, I don't see why a man can't also um, fulfill the needs, right? Because if that's what's valuable to her,
Yeah,
right, that's
that's what I'm
something that she
saying.
values, right? Then why not? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not costing me nothing. You understand? At the end of the day, it's keeping her content, and keeping her in a mindset to understand, like, damn, I'm with the guy who, I'm paying this man who also gives me what I value. And what is that, a walk in the park? It's not like she's valuing, or give me a designer bag every month. You understand? It's different. At the end of the day, she's handling your business. So, you could you could reward her in whatever way you feel you want to reward her, for as long as, yes, she's deserving of it. Because remember, we're talking about the female who is doing everything that needs to be done for you, everything you want. So therefore, she's valuing you and what you want if she's doing everything the way you want her to do it. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that you know, a lot of the slick talk has really led guys to believe that you can't do nothing, absolutely nothing for a bitch. You know, pimp's not supposed to do nothing for a bitch, and that's not true, because who wants to pay somebody who's doing nothing for them at the end of the day? Who wants to be submissive to that? Nobody. But the thing is to understand that there's no conning the bitch. You don't have to con the bitch to get her to do what you want her to do, which is pay you, right? But most importantly, serve you. You don't have to play with her feelings, play with her emotions. You don't have to do none of that. Even though we know that that's the easiest way to get a bitch to pay you. But all that shit turns around and bites you in the ass when you do too much of that. When you don't have that broad thinking and understanding, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is how I'm supposed to be. And it doesn't come with condition. See, a lot of people think that these females, if you get them to start, if you start playing with their emotions, there's conditioning into her doing what she does. We don't want her to be thinking that this is a conditional relationship. It's not conditional. It's this is what you do because this is what you're supposed to do. And if you want to have that debate, go have that debate with God, because this is what God said that women should do. Whatever walk of life you choose to do it in, whether you choose to be in a monogamous relationship, in a poly relationship, whether you choose to be in a square relationship, or whether you choose to do it in pimping and hoeing, this is what you're supposed to do. And the man is also supposed to play a certain role when it comes to dealing with a woman or multiple women. It just can't be I'm going to stick my hand out and that's going to be that. Like, guys have to have a mature type of mind also. They also have to be mature. You understand? Maturity plays a major factor. So a lot of these young guys that even if they weren't in the game, they still wouldn't know where they stand as men and what they're supposed to do as men. So imagine if you don't know where you're supposed to be in life or what you should be doing with your life, how could you play the role of a leader, which is what a pimp does? How could he lead a woman, which is what a man does? He leads her. So if he's lost, how is he going to lead her in the right direction? He's only going to do what he knows how to do, which is begin to play with her emotions, because that's the easiest way to get money. Sexually play with her because that's what he thinks she wants. You know, so again, it goes back to him just giving her what she wants, because we understand what a lot of females want. And sometimes the females don't understand what they want over what they need. But that goes back to us. It goes back to how we lead, how we handle the situation, how we handle the female, how we handle ourselves. And the only way to really see the outcome of any of that is through time and the choices that we make when we're dealing with these people and when they're dealing with us, how you set up your whole situation. And it's a never ending learning experience. We're going to make mistakes. We got to learn from them. There's no such thing as the a perfect pimp, but you could be perfectly pimping, right? So the only way to get there is obviously by going through trial and error, making your mistakes, learning from them, adapting to them, seeing what's good, seeing what's bad, what works, what don't. You understand? And that's the only way that you're gonna get to the next level, obviously, with the game. Within yourself. Nobody's gonna pimp the same. That's why I don't, I'm not with the whole who's right, who's wrong. It obviously is all a perspective, because we all go through experiences and we all have our own experiences. To be able to have these type of conversations is important for everybody. And all that criticizing and the who's right, who's wrong, it's just a bunch of nonsense. We all got to learn from something. They say,
Now look, but talking about that, could we lay down some pertinent rules though? Like, okay, the easy one. Gotta get 100%.
For sure. Yeah.
What y'all
Yeah,
say,
of course.
partner YG? What's some partner rules? 'Cause I agree with everything Lou said, but but keeping everything in context. Okay,
I,
so we can.
I can agree. I can agree with that. That you got to get 100%, but you also got to give it too.
For sure.
See, if you getting 100%, and this is where we start. I agree with what Lou's saying. You can't just make it about the money. But when we say 100%, we don't mean just about the money. We mean 100% of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
See, because she don't leave nothing when she come. Her purse and everything come with her. So I could definitely agree with that.
Okay, I don't. I think us giving 100%. I think that's like more of an opinion perspective. I don't think that'd be like a rule. You know, but
Let's unpack that.
to be
You
honest,
so you
right?
think you should get 100%, but you shouldn't
Well,
give 100%?
well, but see, my 10% is gonna outweigh 100%. You see what I'm saying? Because if I got more than one hoe, how I'm gonna get the bitch 100%. You see what I'm saying? YG? So that's just you know being realistic. If I got 4 or 5 hoes, then shit, I'm gonna get a bitch 100%.
We're not talking about 100% of your
Well,
time, right?
we talk 100% of the pimping. I know. You was almost there though. I know you like
Or
pimping.
or
I know
100
you
or
like that.
100% of you, as far as you get what I'm saying. You dealing with each woman individually, right?
Well, I
Because
mean,
you don't have to deal
I might not be
right.
with one just by herself. Ever, well, bitch could be, bitch might never been by herself with me. You know what I'm saying? And this, I'm just saying, right? So I'm just saying, when it comes to partner, like the 100%, but then the both of it, you're supposed to give me 100. You gotta think the bitch is listening. You're supposed to give my 100%. You think that
No,
that
yeah,
shit
because
ain't?
they think it's all for them. They think you're all for them, especially if you're dealing with multiple. No, I'm not all for you. You know what I mean? I'm not all for you.
See,
So yeah,
we blurring the lines, right? We thinking about other. When I say 100%, I mean, I get what you're saying, so the 10%, right? But my thing is to make it seem like 100 at least. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't want a person to feel like they get misused. See, it's a difference from using somebody. I tell everybody I talk to, I'm gonna use you. I want you to use me. Just don't misuse me, right? And so you don't want somebody to feel like they being misused. Now, sometimes you might get a bitch and her job is just to come just to help your campaign out a little more. She stay around. Now for long, she pay a little bit and that help you get to the next hoe that's going to, get your program right. So I understand that. But I still think that, as the pimps in the game, man, we should be giving our piece to the game also. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
It shouldn't be one sided.
Product.
Yeah, I'm
Product.
here.
Okay. What
Yeah, I'm here.
what would you say would be a rule that with the pimping, like these undebatable rule, like okay, but this a rule that can't really be up for like opinion or perspective. Like, no, this is what it is.
Okay, particularly like me, because I had a question that I was gonna ask, when Lou was
Oh,
talking,
go ahead, go
and
ahead, go
then
ahead, please.
I heard YG cover it, right? But nevertheless, though, because I was figuring like, okay, when a bitch tell you, or I mean, first of all, you know, do you guys agree or not agree that it's more intelligent to listen to a bitch and try to figure out where she's at or what she want or how she want it or what she needs as far as pimping, what part of it or where her motivation lie or where her performance can be upgraded, you know and those are the things that I think it should be a rule. There should be rule when you listening to the bitch, so that she'll have a clear understanding, or that she could foresee where her fortune is, where it lies, so, or give her a better understanding of what she's paying for.
I believe that.
You see?
I believe. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I believe that every piece, right? Every man. If we wanna say the game is like chess, that means you gotta strategically play it, right? So you should be able to first, when you first knock abroad, you don't know him from Adam, right? You don't know him from shit. So the first thing you should really be doing is analyzing her, right? Seeing where her mind is, seeing what she values. At the same time, teaching her what you want and what you expect of her, but to be able to diagnose her, right, and dissect what she has with her that is no good and what is good, and use that to your advantage. But just like I believe YG said, right, is to use and misuse. So strategically speaking, hell yeah, you gotta get to know who this broad is and what she's about and what she's coming with, and what's her motive. Because you might think, oh yeah, I'm not you knock you abroad or whatever, she might be coming to him, but what's her motive? Is her motive you? Or is she just, she's just looking for something other than, some pimp? Is she looking to just, reap the benefits of the game materialistically? So yeah, I totally agree that we should definitely be analyzing and dissecting what these broads come with.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. And I think we need to take our time with that, because like you say, you have to dissect the mental of a person. I like to get all in their molecular cell structure. I like to get in their mind. You feel what I'm saying? And understand what they've been through. Okay. What do they value in life? You get what I'm saying? How do they operate? How do they feel about certain things? So when you're in the interview, a lot of us, we spend so much time talking, trying to give out the game, that we not listening. We're not listening to what she's saying. Sometimes she might say something that it might show you that she don't line up with your program. But if you so money hungry and just thinking about the money, you're not going to have a foresight to be able to see, well, you know what, damn, I don't know about this. Maybe I need to move on. Maybe this might not be a salvageable situation, right? But you only get those revelations when you listen, when you hearing her out, and also when you're asking the right questions, because see, the right questions is going to get you the right answers that you need, right? And you have to know how to formulate those questions.
Could give us some examples, please?
Okay, so let's say you're in the interview, right? One of my big things that I like to do is I like to see where a person's at mentally. So some questions you're going to ask her about is, you definitely going to ask her about her childhood. You're going to ask her about her upbringing. You're going to ask her about her mother and her father. You want to know how was her relationship with her mother and her father. You're going to ask her, of course, have she been molested in life? All these things I get into early, because I want to know mentally, where is she at mentally? What has she been through? What traumatic situations have she been through? Have she ever dealt with the police in the past? Okay, if you dealt with...
Okay, now look. Okay, now I hear you now. But certain things, let me ask all this. Have y'all ever interviewed an audio bitch, right? And so you might bring up something like, a childhood trauma or something like too soon. Now, for sure, like the interview process never stopped, right? So for sure, I'm going to bring things up. However, when it really come to it, have y'all ever, might have brought some shit up and it put a bitch in a certain mood to where you fucked everything up? Because you might have think of some shit, now she's sad, and now you done got her thinking while she's trying to forget about some shit.
Called as a reaction, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to pivot, though. You got to pivot, right? You got to know how to pivot the conversation. I do it early. I do it like, sometimes I even do it in the first interview, the conversation that we have. And it comes out the blue. It's not nothing that she's going to see coming. And you don't stay on it too long. I want you to explain what happened to you, all that. You just want to know, what has she been through? Okay, well, how old was you? Was 5? Okay, well, then you might skim through that, and you might switch to another topic that might be a little bit more bright, that can help her to forget about those things. But all you doing, it's like you're an investigator at that point. You're investigating things that she's been through, because you need to know, what do I need to do mentally? This is like we reshaping minds. This is mind control that we doing pretty much. So you have to understand her mind so that you can go in her mind and you can begin to reshape it. Because in order to take a person's morals and principles out of them, because certain people have been raised with morals and principles that's just inside of them. They think this is something that they not going to ever think nothing different. So it takes you as the teacher, as the man, as the pimp, as the leader, to come in and recondition her mind, and that take time. Take time to recondition people's mind and get them doing what you want them to do, and not get them doing it by force, but it's something in their mind that they think that they wanted to do. See, that's some cold game right there.
Okay,
But you don't want to stay on you don't want to stay on that for too long, but you do want to bring it up early. You don't want to wait too much time because you don't know what traumatic situations she's been through, and you don't know what's going to trigger her. See, at least you know what to trigger her at that point. That's another learning situation. Because if you see her get triggered, you know, okay, that trigger her. But if you don't never ask those questions, you will never get those reactions.
well, yes, like I said, not never, right? But just timing. So I'll be more the type, okay, look, bitch, you ever been in jail? Yeah, okay, boom. Let's see. I might set up a fake sting, But my thing is, you ever been in jail, right? Boom. Drug habits, right? And um, like alcohol habits, like habits, like that type of shit, right? Then it's not gonna do a date. You know what I'm saying? Now she do that for because see, the thing is this, right? Is we could be in the next day something else, right? But the thing is, and I'm just adding to it, right? This ain't nothing, everybody got that. But sometimes what it is um, first things first in a sense. So yeah, we could ask the questions, right? And then hopefully she giving the answers honestly and truthfully, and she's being honest, right? How birth is, she might not be good with her answers, but she might be, great with her hoeing. And that's it, right? So now it's like a thing to where it's we might not ever know. That's the thing. So while we're talking, then also she's reading us. See, she's reading us on what we'll believe or not. She's reading us on, how much interested you are in how she feels. She might make a trigger just so a false trigger like that is attached to a bullet gun that shoots blanks to 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 throw that trigger for you over there so she sees what you're trying to use, so now she sees you. I see what he's trying to do, but that don't even affect me because that ain't no real trigger. I just made him think that was a trigger. See, because it goes both ways. It goes both ways. So because then definitely, like I say, a bitch could say one thing in her actions is one way. A bitch could say one thing in her actions is another way. The actions could be better than what she say. The actions could be not as good as what she say. You know, as far as that goes. Um, um, so I mean, so we're not saying we have to be aware of that part too.
It's like being going on an interview that you think is just going so well, and then the next day you never heard from the bitch again because the conversation when you thought was good and you thought she was going to be coming, it turned out that she didn't like the conversation, and the bitch didn't end up choosing anyway.
See,
I feel like
of a different. I'm of a different mindset than that, right? I appreciate your guys' perspective, but in my mind, that's a good thing for me because the game just saved. The game just saved. Yeah, the game saved me from something, from a headache. See, I'm not looking at the money. Oh, let me go and get on the track so I can make me some money. I'm not just looking at that, right? That's why we got to stop that. Just thinking about the money, because that's why so many of us are falling.
Today means this, right? You're talking about the money. I'm talking about the action, right?
Okay,
Go catch the date. Like, let's see your home. She might have on the hands training. I mean, where
on the job, on the hands. I get what you're saying.
I said on the hands. Yeah, on the job training, right? So that's what I'm saying, right? Her action of it. Because then what? Okay, the bitch said everything right.
But you can't judge the full aspect of the hoeing just off turning the date. This is why I want to get people to understand any woman can turn a date. Right. You don't have to be a hoe to go out and turn no date. So, you know how many sex workers now is turning dates that don't look at themselves as hoes?
And what comes with turning the date? Bringing you back the money, right? So that's the thing, the releasing of.
Okay, now we're going back to the money, like I said.
Well, because that's what we're doing it for. What we doing it for? If there wasn't money involved, would you be pimping? Could you even be a pimp if it had to
I'll
do
be
with the money?
look, I'll be pimping for the control. That's what I'll be
Well,
pimping
that's
for.
something else.
I like full
Pimping for the
total
control, that's
control.
something else. I don't want to control nothing. What you want to control? What
Well,
you
I'm
trying,
gonna
what you trying to
control my
control?
program. I'm gonna control my
I
program. See,
mean,
my program is what I control.
is the bitch part
I
of the
don't
program?
control the bitch. I
Is the
control the
bitch
program, and
part
the
of the
program
program?
controls.
Is the bitch part of
Uh,
the program?
yeah, she part of it.
Okay, well then, right? So you pick
Just like
for
at
the
a job, McDonald's, right? Your boss. If somebody work at McDonald's, they're controlled
right.
by the boss. They
Are
got to
you,
do what the job tells them. The program.
but
You got to put the bacon, the lettuce, the onions a certain
but do
way.
you want to
It's
be?
the same thing in
Do
my
you want?
program.
But do you want to be a boss at the McDonald's so you could control a boss because you know the temperature of the lettuce is supposed to be in the refrigerator and you take pride in the company?
Well, no, you took the money out, right? And okay, so when you take the money out, let me ask you that question then. Oh, the money is out of there. What would you stop pimping if there's no money?
There ain't no pimping with no money.
Okay, break that down. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Excuse me.
I said break it down. Break it down.
I
You
mean
said there ain't no pimping if there
that's
ain't no
not
money.
that's a 1+1.
No, I'm saying explain. Explain. I
Um,
would like enlighten me
how to
on
explain 1+1?
I mean, no matter
I mean,
what,
because
I
like,
just
what would
feel
be?
like money is motive, right? Money is our motive, but not our purpose. You know, pimping is obviously our purpose, but without the motive, you know, you gotta want the money, right? Because you ain't
Without
doing it for nothing.
the money, is there pimping?
No, because how
That's all
could
I'm
there be?
saying. Right.
How could
So why do you say explain?
there could never be?
Okay, so
It can't be no
you
pimping
taking
without
the
the money.
money out, you taking the money out, but you not replacing it. It's always gonna be something of value.
I,
Money is a tool of exchange, right?
So
So
a
money
bitch
holds
could not a
value.
bitch could not be your okay. Look, a bitch could not be a bitch could let you fully control her, and you will feel that you're pimping.
how could you?
What do you mean? No, oh, okay. Are you saying this if the because right now there's no money. So if you bring the money back in, it's going to be a different answer. But if we take the money out, then I have to answer things a
Well,
certain way based on the money
well,
not being there.
That just
before
Like
means
we
that
took
money,
the
money is never invented. It was never here. But
before we took
so
the
that
money,
so let's go on
does it
that
really?
basis.
Well, if that was the case, then what would be your purpose then? What would be your purpose? Because at the end of the day, right?
control, Lou, control
Control what though? Control her
the
doing what?
bitch.
She's gonna go. She's
The
gonna go
lettuce,
have.
put the lettuce and tomatoes the
But
way I
where
say.
she? But where? How is she gonna? How is she gonna come back with anything? You say
Well,
control.
if
There
there wasn't
is
money, there
money.
would
There
still
is
be.
money. There's a lot of money now. What?
I mean, compensation.
Nothing but
You
money.
know,
Because you
if,
said
if,
that it ain't all about the money.
I mean, but being compensated for your services, you know, like there would have to be some type of,
Well, he's saying
treasure,
something of value, and his value
like
would be control. He's pimping for
one thing a woman
control.
loves.
Stick with that, guys. He's pimping for control.
See, now
That's what
you
he be
taking my words
pimping
out of
on.
context. What
I
happened was
didn't, bro.
I'm a debater and I'm smart. So when you brought up when you said what you said about there being no money, that you said what would you do if it wasn't no money? So when you say he's pimping for control, that's a wrong statement.
Okay, well,
I
I
was
didn't
saying
know.
that if you took the money out, what else would there be? Now I also asked you, I said, what else would there be on your end? I would want to know if there wasn't no money, would you stop pimping? Would you,
There would be no pimping with no money. That's what I'm saying.
no. You can't say that. I'm asking
For
you a
sure, you
direct
could say
question.
that.
You can't say that you don't know that. There's like, it's no way to know that.
Okay,
But
look.
a pimp
That's
gets
only,
paid is
that
what
is
he's
your
saying.
perspective.
But a pimp gets paid. So how is he gonna get paid if there's no money?
I'm pretty sure if it wasn't no money, there would be something else of
Okay,
value
well,
that
if
we
there's
would
a
What else
currency
would
exchange.
there
system,
be? I mean, what else would there really be?
digital fucking bitcoins and shit.
No, it could be whatever shit. It could be goddamn cows.
That's
I'm
still
just saying whatever it could be. It's something of value. Society is always gonna have
No,
something of
no,
value,
no.
a
As long as
medium
there's
of
money
exchange.
around, as long as money's around, that's the only thing that counts. This ain't hustle and flow. Bitch can't go home for a microphone and all that type of shit. No, you see what I'm saying? It gotta be money. As long as there's money
Get home for a
all
microphone.
around, it gotta be money. because
No, I agree with that. I
because
agree with that. I
because
mean, as long as
because
money is here, but I'm saying
what is
it's
she
not
bringing
just
back?
about the money.
What is
It's
the
not
trick?
about.
Who's the trick? Come on, bro. Who's the trick?
What do you mean? Who's the trick?
Who's the trick? Where's she getting the value from?
Well, I'm listening. I'm listening
It's
to
always
y'all.
gonna
That was
be.
a
It's always
question.
gonna be
Yeah,
about
listen, let me
money,
know
man.
something.
It's always gonna be about money. Money has to always be involved some way, somehow in there.
But see, y'all arguing something that don't even. I said money is not the most important, so we could just move on from that topic. Of course, money has to be in there. I said, but it's not all about money. That's what
That
I'm
I
trying to
agree.
tell you.
I agree. It's not
It
all
is all
about it.
about
If you
money.
make it all, if you make
It
it all
is
about
all
money,
about money.
any
Well, I
any
mean, it's
motherfucker,
a lot of
any
fun.
person with money
It's
will be able
It's a
to
lot of
come and
fun.
they'll
all
be able to knock
about
you for the
money.
bitch because all you made it was
No,
about money.
no.
Joe
Listen,
said earlier, he said the reason, and I'm gonna use your
you
words against you.
can
You
never do
said the
that.
reason why is because people coming around they talking about money. Or it was
Okay,
maybe Lou that said it. I'm
exactly.
sorry.
Come
That
on.
was Lou.
So you see what I'm saying? Now listen, okay, young brother. For sure, it's all about money. It just ain't only about money. Okay, but for sure,
That's
it's
the
all about
same thing.
money.
That's the same
No,
thing
it's
I'm
not.
saying.
No, it's
Come on.
not. But that ain't what you said. Because the thing
I
is
said it's
that
not all
that
about
I
money.
said it is all about money.
Okay, well that's
It's
your
just not
program.
only about money, right? Because it's the thing. Okay, what we pimping for? If the bitch stop paying you, then what? So that's money. If that's all about money right there. If the bitch ain't giving you 100%, if she giving 100% everything else but the money, then what? For sure, it's all about the money. Okay, now once you got the money, what's going to determine your pimping? What you do with the money. If you don't do right with the money, then that's going to be staying on your pimping. So once again, it's all about the money. How is it not all about the money?
Well, the money, I mean, I think maybe we think it different. The money is not the main
That ain't
part of
what I
my program. Now, it's
said.
very good. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think we might be,
Life could be
you might
all
be thinking
about
something in
air,
your
but it
mind. I
might
might
not
be
be.
thinking something in my mind, and it's a disconnect because we run our programs a little bit different.
No,
So I understand what you said. I
see,
get exactly what you said. I just don't agree with it in my program, but I
I
agree.
mean,
I get what you're saying.
in what way can money, if the bitch stop paying you, will she still be in your program?
Well, see, I mean, we arguing something that we don't have to talk about. You the one took the money away.
No, I'm
All I said
saying
was
if
it's
she
not
stops
all about the
paying
money.
you, how is it not tell me one aspect to where it has to do with the money, to where if you remove that element, you would still stay with the bitch. Can money be a deal
What I
breaker?
Of course, yeah, yeah.
if it didn't exist, if a money didn't exist, we would have to have some type of other arrangements. But now when you're a pimp, I believe that when you're a pimp, it's a natural. It comes from something within. So now as far as it being behind the money, I'm quite sure that I would find some other type of compensation. That outside of sex or for those type of things that give me a fulfillment. I mean, when you have it, you have it. You know, I'm quite sure that there's pimps that probably wouldn't be pimping if it wasn't no money behind it. But now, what type of management skills or where would you be addressing your management skills if there wasn't any money behind pimping?
I mean, I never created that narrative. Show created the narrative. So I think I guess you're asking him that.
No, 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 bro. You
Man,
said you want control.
we
You
all
said
gotta
control.
we all gotta have the money, man. It's always gonna be about the money, man.
Why do
I
can
agree
you
with that
pimp
100%.
without money?
We wouldn't be doing any of
Oh,
this
like here
without
go
no
Luke.
goddamn money.
See, see.
We going any place like this without no goddamn money? No, it's
Man,
always about the
you better
goddamn
look. Let
money.
me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Money is up there. It's almost as important as air. So yeah, you're gonna need the money.
Bro. Look, he said I like control, but no, like I say, I mean, for sure, it's gonna, you know, because this the thing, right? Remember we was talking about the pertinent rules. You know, can
There
a
was one I
bitch
wanted
still?
to add in there. There was one I wanted to add in there. If I want to
Go
knock it
ahead,
out real
Lou.
quick, one of the cardinal rules is first, ass last. A lot of these guys are sticking their dick in the bitch, fucking on the bitch, or dropping their drawers as soon as they get some money, or before they get some money. And I think that that's a big no-no.
Well, first ass last is really for the whole to the trick.
Well, I mean, is it really
You
though?
hit the purse
Because
first, and she get the ass last. Like get the money first. That really goes to the
but
trick.
but right, but a lot of these dudes are acting like straight hoes, or might be acting like tricks when they doing that, like fucking on these bras before even getting money from them. So I mean, does it just really apply to the trick? Because a lot of these guys are doing, the total opposite of that, thinking, that they're gonna pimp with their dick.
Because watch this. How you feel about the choose? What are your thoughts on the choosing fee? Okay, you're gonna say, okay, it's her. YG. So what do okay, you wanna play games? You wanna play? You wanna play? Say it. Say you wanna play. Say you wanna play. I got one. Say you wanna play. Say you wanna play. Okay, look. Because watch this. What's more valuable to your pimping? The money or the bit?
I mean, more valuable to
See
my
how
pimping would
see
when it
YG, see
comes
YG don't answer that one. Huh?
when it
Lewis
comes, it
cutthroat.
all depends.
Look, YG, see what can you see? You let YG get out of it, Lou. Lou vicious.
Uh,
See, but I'm not in nothing. See, that's the thing, right? I'm not in nothing. But I hear what you're saying, Show. I
Well,
get
I'm
what you're saying,
asking,
right?
is that what would be more important to you, the money or the bitch?
In what context?
Pimping.
Well, I mean, they go hand in hand. I mean, if you listen to what I said earlier, she don't leave nothing at home. Like she come with her money. Like that's like second nature. I don't know. I've never dealt with a woman who ain't gave me all the money. I don't know what that is. So I'm not even like that. That just goes with it. It's almost like peanut butter and jelly. I expect it to have peanut butter on it. It says peanut butter and jelly. Shit. So I expect her to come with the money. This is not nothing I have to focus on. I get money. I don't have to focus on money. Money that ain't it. Money chases me now. I don't have to chase money. Money chase me. So I'm not focused on just the money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. We're not talking about, oh, you don't need no money. Come on, you're going in the wrong
So what's
direction.
more important, the bitch or the money
They go hand in hand.
that she brings you?
You can't get me to change my. They go hand in hand, man.
Okay,
It
okay,
ain't no
okay.
what's more important. I'm not finna raise the money over the bitch. I'm not finna raise the bitch over the money because she come with the money. She is the money.
Well,
You know
if
what I'm
if she
saying?
decide
So
to
it
give it
goes
to you,
hand in
if she
hand.
decide to give it to you,
Yeah, if she decides to give it to me. And that's all her choice. What she want to do.
so 100% of what she has or 100% of what she gives you.
100% of what she has. I mean, I need everything, because I'm gonna make sure she has everything. She gonna live like a motherfucking rock star, just like I am, if she put in the work to get there. Because this ain't nothing that just happened today. This shit took time for me to get to where I'm at today. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna take her some time too. And as long as she understand that, then she'll fare good in my program.
so what
Okay,
you think?
Lou.
Like 60
Go
days?
ahead,
You
Lou.
think 60 days?
Oh,
60 days good. She start getting money
Well,
in
for
60
each
days.
what was that last part?
Like she should start getting things within 60 days, 30 days, 90 days. What you think?
It just all depends on the situation, the evaluation of the chick, how much money she bringing in. If it's live for the program, and if it works for the program, then she'll
So what
be able to make it happen, right?
right?
But
So
I'm not finna let her control me in the sense of if it's not in our in the bounds of what we doing. She just got to be patient. Stack it up a little more, and we'll see. Whatever she want, she can have.
What if she's a really good earner, like really good earner though, right? She's like getting shit 10,000 a week type thing, and she starts wanting things, 30 days, 60 days. You think 10,000, 15,000 is good?
It will depend on what she want. Now, if she want the $30,000 Birkin bag, I mean,
she just want a little Louis bag, $1,000.
Oh yeah, she can get some Louis. Hell yeah, she can definitely get some Louis. Yeah, I want you to look just, I want you to be clean and then be looking just like me. So of course you can get, especially if she's doing good, because see, I want her to see I want her to reap the benefits of what she's doing. I don't want her to think that she's going out here and doing all this for me in vain. And so the materialist is just one barometer that she uses to see how far her progress is going. And so yeah, I mean, that's live. If it's live for the program, if the finances is all right, and if everything is taken care of, come on, baby, let's go to the mall. We have Louis store.
So is everything based on how much money she brings?
No, not necessarily how much money she brings, but the cooperation that she's given, wholly. How responsive is she in terms of me giving her game? How accommodating is she? What is some of the things that she do when she's not home, like when she's around the house, or how's her responsibility level? Is she responsible?
When is a bitch not home?
Oh, I mean, well, okay, when she's not prostitute.
Okay. So so do you think that if a broad is not as cooperative but still gets great money, she should be rewarded?
What was that word? You said if she's not what?
If she's not as cooperative as far as how she takes your instructions, right? Let's say you tell her, hey, I need you to do this, like this, but she does it her way, but she still brings, 10, 15,000 a week. Do you think she should be rewarded?
Well, I mean, I would say that I would sit her down and I would explain to her, and I would have her explain to me what she's doing, and I'll make that decision based off, what she's doing. Right? She might say, well, you know what, I'm used to doing things this way, and this makes me the money, and this, that, and the third.
Yeah, she might be making out with the trick, and maybe giving them some, condomless head or whatever the case is. She's still making great money though, and she's she's giving it to you. Do you think that she should be rewarded?
I mean, come on now. You said she's making out with the trick and giving them.
Yeah, so,
that's funny.
A little bit
That's
of
funny.
that, a little bit of that girlfriend experience. But she's making you great money. I mean, 15, 20,000 a week. Because should she still be rewarded? That's my question.
Well, no, she shouldn't be rewarded for that. I mean, because that's outside the bounds of the game, and that's all money ain't good money, So no, she shouldn't be rewarded. Am I going to accept? Oh yeah, I'm going. No, shit, I'm good. I'm gonna get the money. Yeah, I'm gonna acquiesce to the paper. Of course. Yeah, I'm accepting that. Go and give it to me, but I'm gonna let you know. And see, I'll know that this bitch don't listen. See, she's gonna be put in a certain category, and she's not gonna be. I can already tell she's not gonna be around for long.
I tell you what, tall, sexy babe says, who does that? A lot of bitches do that. That's who does that. See, a lot of these guys don't realize and don't know what these hoes are really doing behind closed doors. They really don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. You think you know. But what people don't understand and people need to do is and be realistic with things is that there's hoes that are out there doing the most to try to please pimps, right? Because they want to get the bag. Because the pimp, that's all he's instilled in her is the bag, the money. Never taught her that you should always be safe. Like, not all money's good money. So yeah, a trick might be offering you fucking $20,000-$30,000 one shot, and he tells you, no, you know what? I don't want to use a condom. You don't know if that trick got any type of disease or whatever the case is, and she went and did it just to please you because all you taught her was about the money. You never taught
And
her
see,
about.
so now we on the same page. That's all I've been saying. All I've been saying is don't make the money the most important thing because you find yourself in situations like what you just explained. Because in her mind, you told her that it was all about the money. Oh, baby, this is all about the money. I'm about the money. You know, this is, so in her mind, she's like, okay, yeah, the strategy is one way, but you told me that the most important thing was the money. So I got your money. It shouldn't matter how I got it. See?
That's what I'm saying. So it's important that
First off, did
the people.
nobody tell the bitch that it was all about? Nobody told her that. Who told her that?
A lot of what happens is sometimes you can say a lot by not saying nothing at all or not saying enough.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you just talk about money, just talk about money. Not to tell her that it's all about money, but you're always talking about money. Then that leads her to believe that that's what you're all about, money, right? So there's no rules as to how do you want me to get the money if it's not explained. You understand what I'm saying? Like safety should be
Yeah.
always be safe first. Always be safe. Always be protected. Always protect yourself first. You know what I mean? That's more important. Your health is more important. Health is wealth, right? If you're fucking, you got AIDS, you got fucking herpes, gonorrhea, whatever the fuck it is, you're finished. Like those type of things, those kind of conversations, a P should definitely have with the female. You know, because they have to understand that, yeah, it's about the money, but it's not all about the money. So don't just don't go do some reckless prostituting, unsafe prostituting just for the money because you think that that's what I want. And there's a lot of females out there who are doing these things. They are doing these things. I mean, um, I personally had a P partner, you know, see some videos of his own broad having raw sex with a female, with a trick, and he never even thought that the bitch was like that. But he was wondering why this bitch getting all this goddamn money, and that's what she was doing, pleasing these certain tricks like that, you know, or doing anal and all that other shit that you know he was against. Because you just never know. Why would the broad was just thinking about the money?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now on the flip side, right? Okay, a bitch think because she just bringing the money, then that's all she gotta bring. So yeah, it ain't all about the money, bitch, right? You know what I'm saying? But look, it for sure ain't all about the money. You know, so I understand. You know, but that's both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, because you want the bitch to give you her home. Because for me, it's like money's gonna come anyway, right? Because if the bitch is prostituting, it's gonna come. And if you giving her the proper instructions, it's gonna come. You give her the right game, it's gonna come, right? But her hoeing is her giving you her hoeing is just as important as getting the money because that also does something for you and does something to you as a man when a woman is doing what she's supposed to be doing for a man. You know, anybody just says, I just want the bitch to go get some money. That's it. I just want to get some money and that's it. You a fool. You a fool because at the end of the day, what else is gonna motivate you? Is this it for me personally when a hoe is giving you her hoeing, it it gives you that sense of security also. Like knowing that you got somebody or multiple women solid on your in your corner. Because it allows for you to make other moves because you know, okay, I got this sense of security. I got in the sense of I got a good solid bitch or good multiple bitches in my corner. I know I can make bigger moves outside of just this. I know I can make some other investments and I know everything's gonna be okay because I know that if this begins to fail or this gets rocky, I always got, you know, these people to rely on. To be able to know that you got the people that you need in your corner to rely on, not just for the money, but the motivation behind it, you know, behind the broad being a good broad, being a solid broad, it just does something. It allows you to pimp, you know, more smoothly. You know what I mean? Like without so much of the stress and the drama. And there's always going to be that, but to not have as much of it, you know, to have, to be able to know that if anything goes down, I got people in my corner. Because who else does a pimp really have if he has no hoe, right? What are you gonna say? Just pimp partners like that only gonna last for so long before motherfuckers stop wanting to help you out. You know what I mean? So I think that's important to definitely know that you got the right people in your corner.
Father,
Yeah, I'm here.
we come up with some good scenarios.
Say that again.
I said you come with good scenarios.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I mean because I'll be faced with those type of situations, so executing the play, man, I always want to be within respect to the pimping. So I'm gonna always put that concept out there and get the other perspectives of it, you know.
Well, let me ask you.
Although we,
So,
we got a whole lot more fruit this morning, man. Aside of what the topic started. Now, when it comes down to being compensated for some pimping, I strongly believe that we undercompensated anyway.
For sure.
So when it comes down to respect for a bitch's hoeing, I don't believe that it has matched our way of pimping. You know, I just don't see that. So when a bitch tell me, that what I'm telling her or the way that I'm saying it isn't actually addressing who she is, I believe that it's fair to say, that well, bitch, maybe your hoeing ain't up to standard, or maybe you need to take a look at your home. You know, take a look at what you're paying for. 'Cause you might not be, you know, within the same mind as what you're actually trying, where you're trying to be, what you're trying to get to. You know, I mean, because it's like this. Okay, so I invited one of my partners from Nevada to California, right? And he spent some time around. I took him through a few places that we move around and shit. And he concluded that he could never knock a bitch the way that we move around in California. And I said, well, when you come to California, man, you might want to add a little bit to your pimping because I mean this is the way you get with a bitch, man. You know. So now that I'm back with him in Nevada, he's telling me that. He said, well, you remember what I was telling you, Pimp? He said the reason why the bitch might be telling you that is because we pimp different. Las Vegas, we pimp different. I could never, I would never be able to knock a bitch the way that you guys pimp in California. And I said, well, actually, we pimping, you know, all of us, you, me, that's what it is. It's pimping. That's what we paid to do, and I mean, he wasn't a very, aged up pimp. He was a young fella,
I
but
was telling
now,
my son about them Nevada boys.
yeah, tell me.
I don't think shit about what they be doing over there. Be honest. I seen a lot of fucking boyfriend, girlfriend shit going on when I was living there. I lived there for 6 motherfucking years, and I didn't understand half the shit they were doing. A lot of them dudes were getting with them broads, working the club. They'll have one bitch. They be hiding the other bitch. They play a lot of emotional games out there. It just was the real shit show when I saw a lot of the shit they were doing out there. I ain't even gonna lie. And for him, they all worried about designer, because when you out there in that Vegas especially, that's what it's all about. It's all about fashion, It's all about what you're wearing. So it's like that's what they pimp for. And they got with these bras and They wanted the bitch to have the matching shoes they had, and that this really was what it was. A lot of emotional nonsense, con man shit. So if he went to California and said, I can't pimp on these bitches, he's just not no pimp, because the pimp's gonna be able to go anywhere and knock himself a bitch. For him to even think that he can't knock a bitch in California, that means he's just not no pimp. That means that he understands that, man, these bitches out here don't want to play boyfriend girlfriend. These bitches out here don't want to let me finesse them emotionally. You understand? That's what he saw. That's what he thought, because that's what the
Let me
bitches is
ask you this.
about.
Let me ask you this, Lou. Let me ask you this, Lou. And I don't want you to think I'm asking this because it's something that I do, but I mean, I think it's just good for context, right? I don't necessarily believe in a boyfriend pimp, but do you believe that a pimp can use boyfriend tactics to get his, to get the outcome that he wants? Do you feel that that's feasible?
A pimp should never, ever, ever have to use any type of play with a bitch's emotions on an emotional level of lovey-dovey shit just to get his way. He should never do that. Can he do it? Sure, he can play that game if he wants to play it. But there's always going to be, the outcome is not just going to be the income.
But look,
You
but I would
understand?
have to say this: what would be an example, YG, of what would be a boyfriend tactic?
No, the reason I said that is because he was saying that the boyfriend pimping in Vegas, as far as that, and I know Friday kind of agreed with him, whatever. So that's what I was saying, as far as, because I've heard in the game of the boyfriend pimp, and according to some people, all that makes you a pimp is the fact that you're getting the money. So if we're going off that basis, then if a motherfucker is getting money, they pimping. If they got a hoe, they pimping, right? So we can't sit up here and say, oh, well, he not a pimping. Woo. That's what we can't say that. I can never say that nobody is not a pimp.
What we're saying is what I'm saying is, what's an example of a boyfriend pimp? Like, you might give an example and not just pimping, right? Like, what would be an example of a boyfriend pimp tactic, of a boyfriend tactic?
Okay, let me think. Because I've never used none, but I mean, I would say, let me see. Well, give me one. Help me out, man, because I've never dealt with like the boyfriend tactic thing. But I was saying that because he said the boyfriend pimps in Vegas. So I would think Lou would have a better example than me
A better
because he dealt
example,
with it.
what I would say a boyfriend pimp is when a guy is from the jump, right off the rip, his first conversations with her is all about some emotional shit. Some, yeah, I'm gonna be your man, and I'm gonna love you, and it's just gonna be me and you. I'm not gonna have no other broads. That to me is the boyfriend pimp.
Okay.
Where he's just finessing the one bitch for the money. He just wants the money, and he's gonna tell her what she wants to hear on an emotional level to get her to pay him. That's the boyfriend pimp.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. But look, we say emotions, right? Okay, so as happy an emotion, is inspired emotion.
Nah,
So,
I'm
I mean,
talking
I hear
about
what
the
you're saying.
lovey-dovey. I'm talking about the
The
lovey-dovey.
lovey
Like, I'm
dovey.
gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna lay with you every night. It's gonna be me and you. We're gonna have kids in the future. We're gonna get married. All that nonsense to me is the lovey-dovey pimp. Because as a pimp, right? You're the female's. You're her man, right? At the end of the day, you are the man in her life. You're the only man in her life. You should be the only man in her life, right? She'd be a wonder. She should know. Okay, I could count on you. You're here for me. You're here to teach me. You're here to elevate me on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all that stuff, right? But she understands the difference between the what is and the what isn't. She understands that, yes, my P has love for me. This man has love for me. He has my best interest at heart. But we're not square, so therefore I can't conduct myself like a square. I
Now, let me
can't
ask,
be emotional to the extent to where, and I'm talking about the female can't feel like I could get upset because he has other women. I can't be jealous. I can't be insecure. I shouldn't be insecure about nobody else, because I understand that this is what he does. I understand that this is what I am. I'm a part of a poly type of lifestyle where there's multiple women and one man. So therefore, I'm not here for jealousy and security. I'm not here to compete with nobody else that he's with. I'm just a part of everything. You understand that? For her to have that understanding. But if a female
Now,
is thinking the other way, then she's not playing the role that she should be playing
now, when
as
you
your
say
hoe.
poly type of lifestyle, though, now when you say poly type of lifestyle, would you think that would even be an accurate description for when it comes to the dynamics between the pimping and the hoeing?
Yeah, I want to say yes because poly being multiple, which is what poly means, multiple, and then we got poly what, right? So then you got uh, polygamy, right? And then you got polyamorous, right? So I want to say that the game is more of a polyamorous, being multiple love, right? A love for multiple people, as opposed to polygamy, which is the marriage of multiple people. So if to have the understanding of there's one man and multiple women, everybody knows that there cannot be a jealousy, a drama. There should be no drama between women. There should be none of that because it goes against what the game is, right? So we know that pimps have hoes, or you should have multiple hoes, right? Whether it be two, whether it be three, whether it be five, whatever. So between the hoes itself, there should never be issues. There should never be drama because it goes against one, what the hoe is supposed to do, what she does for him, and it goes against him. It goes against what he's trying to do, what he's trying to accomplish. Because if you know what is and what isn't, then you understand this is a part of it. So therefore, I should never be emotional about it. I should never be bothered by it because no matter what, no matter how many broads a pimp has, they say, oh yeah, keep the team, team, team. To me personally, team is not just the fact that, and I say you got three broads. It's not just you and the broads. You got to understand that team is really you and her individually, you and her, because you never know which one of those broads is going to leave. The pimp's always going to be there. So each broad should understand that at the end of the day, no matter what, it's you and him. You understand? Because you just never know when a broad is going to leave. And we all know that a broad is going to leave at some point, right? As they say, every broad has an expiration date. We just don't know when that is. It could be a year, it could be a month, it could be 10 years, it could be 20 years. And we would hope that you get
When
longevity
she
out of it.
died. No, but but no, but the thing is yeah, I don't. As I say, I don't. 'Cause if we say every broad has an expiration date, then that's for sure. That's. I don't see. That's slick talk. Because everybody has an expiration date. That's the what's
I already
expiring. The
know that.
Constitution. No, I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, you know, like I said, Smooth Lou said every broad has an expiration date. So I'm just gonna pimp for the money. I'm not gonna pimp for longevity. I don't know when this bitch is going, that type of vibe, right? Uh, so that's the
I'm gonna try to
thing.
pimp for the longevity. I want the longevity. I don't want, the ins and outs. I don't like that shit. I don't like a bitch to be around a couple months and then she leaves. I want them around for years because I'm genuinely wholeheartedly trying to make things happen with each individual person to where it benefits the both of us. You understand? Whether it be, with just within herself to help her grow within herself as a woman, or to really just be on, so on the level of let's make these investments and let's make this shit really, happen and get life together and, set up for the future to be able to, make bigger and better things happen. But when I say that every female has an expiration date, I could say that from experience. It's not slick talk to me. It's from my own personal experiences. You know, you might have a broad that's been around 10 years. You understand? Well, that's a great thing, right? Um, why would you want it any other way? You know, a lot of times, a lot of these guys are really just pimping the bitch away without really trying to. You know what I mean?
And
Like not realizing that's what
that's
they're
what I'm
doing.
getting at. Right. Go. Yeah. See, maybe they ran out of game.
Hmm.
Maybe her shelf life would have lasted longer if he had more pimping.
Right. So, because they just don't got it in them, and they don't have that understanding, of what is, what isn't. They don't have the balance. They don't understand. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, shit. Why wouldn't you want to? Why are you trying to get rid of the bitch? You just got her, and you're already trying to get rid of her. By doing shit that you shouldn't be doing. So I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to have a broad around for a long time because of my plans of what I want to happen and what I want to see happen with a female. Especially a female who's been down for me, loyal to me, and never been playing with nobody or nothing like that. You understand? Because I can have a broad around, and this is me. I have a brought around that might have done some shit, some foul shit, and then I'm just gonna see her in a different light. But I'm gonna still keep pimping on her. I'm gonna still get money from her. I'm gonna still be compensated by her. But that's just the way I am. You understand? That doesn't mean that she's gonna reap the benefits or she's gonna be a part of my long-term vision, or that I'm gonna, make sure she's good. No, I'm not gonna see her like that no more. When you fuck up on me once, I might keep you around. You understand? But I give everybody the benefit of the doubt to change. But if you don't change, you done some foul shit, you done some other shit, then yeah,
So
chances
what
are you
are
just
y'all? So what are y'all's thoughts on that? On what Lou just said?
Well, I mean, you definitely got to give her the chance to do what she need to do. But I mean, I don't necessarily think it's an expiration date more so than don't nothing last forever, right? But I don't think you should be pimping with the thought that she's gonna leave you.
I
You
don't
know
think
what
it.
I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just being realistic
But
as
yeah.
far as the probability of a bitch being around forever is very slim. Why?
I mean, yeah. But based off math, you just look in general. Yeah, I agree with you on that because most relationships they end up departing from each other. People end up departing from each other. So just based off statistics, what you're saying is 100% true.
I mean,
100%
because
true. I agree with you there.
even for squares, right? We're talking in this era, right? Even for squares, the divorce rate is so high now, right? Why? Because
85%,
right,
85%.
because why? Because there's a divide in understanding. To divorce is to divide. So there's a divide in the understanding. You see, without
And most divorces are filed by women.
of course, because
Okay, but
you're
look,
no
but that's what I'm
longer
saying. What do you
giving her
look
what she wants, as opposed
now?
to her
What are your
knowing what
thoughts?
she really needs.
Now, what are your thoughts on when Lou said, "Well, if she do something foul, whatever, I might look at it in a different light, but I'm still gonna get the money."
That's exactly what he just said. What I said earlier. He already asked me that question. He asked me if she did, if she gonna get the money. Uh, so yeah, I mean, if she do something foul, I'm still on. What is she doing? That's the thing. Some things you can't come back from, and all money ain't good money. So you know what I'm saying. I might send her about, depending on what it is. I might send her about her way with the 15,000 that she got. You did what I'm
Well, then
saying?
let
But
me ask you
I ain't
this:
fucked about no money.
should you be pimping at the bitch or pimping at the money?
Well, I mean, of course you pimping at the bitch because the bitch is what's gonna get you the money.
Well, you pimping at the money for sure will be a great help to keep any of your emotions out of it, and to not let that type of shit get in the way of some of what the goal is. You pimping at the bitch,
No, you're right.
you
You're
know
right
she,
because you never want to let emotions get in the way of what your goal is to build your program, right? So that's why I say I'm still gonna accept the money. I'm not gonna allow my emotions. Now that's why I say depending on what it is. If it's some police stuff, I mean I'm not accepting the money no more because at the end of the day, the money tainted. It's tainted money. You get what I'm saying? I want tainted money.
mm-hmm,
So that's just me personally.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now what? Now, of course we could put the okay. So Prada.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that? if a bitch ain't fully following, your program the way you want, or she do something that make you look at her different. However, you know, but you still dealing with her, because you're getting the money out of her. What are your thoughts on that, or how do you view that?
Well, I mean, to me, it would depend on the degree of the violation. A discipline, comes behind. I mean, for every action, it's a reaction. You know? I mean, I would be within my pimping. So now, I mean, if it like, I believe that was Lou said it, stuff behind it. I mean, that's a total infringement of the game. Like, I cut it off. Like, there's no way that we can even relate to anything anymore because, you're telling me that you're utilizing something above what we are, what the game is. So, I would totally cut it off. But now, as far as minor infractions and small things, I believe that those things should be worked out because nobody is perfect. You know, I mean, especially if the bitches have an understanding for my pimping. You know, if the pimping is correct and the bitch is wrong, I mean, I believe that you counsel. There's a lot of counseling in the game. You know, if you want to structure the bitch, and make sure that she understands herself, she's going to make those type of mistakes, and that's a good thing. To where you're going to be able to and have to, give her the education on some of the things that you've experienced over your period of this time, of these type of things. You know,
Okay, now what are y'all?
That was definitely what I said.
Now, what are y'all's thoughts on this? Because me and Potter were talking about this earlier. Now, what are y'all's thoughts on a pimp, quote unquote, being able to make money in other areas, right? What are some legal ways that he could do it, not by law, but legal within the pimping, versus which ways, if any, can they not? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just pimping? What are y'all's thoughts on that? Can a pimp make any money any other way and it not go against the pimp?
I mean, I think, I think
I don't think
as
you
a
should
pet.
pimp. I don't think you
Go
should.
ahead, Lou. Go ahead.
I don't think you should pimp and sell dope at the same time.
Oh,
Like
Jesse, he
I
took the
don't
word
agree
right
with
on
that.
there.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Now, legal money, I agree with it. But if you're doing two illegal activities, it's two different lifestyles. So no, you should. I don't agree with. Like there's guys, right? They have their broads going to this club. To these clubs selling the cocaine to the trick. You understand? Like I don't agree with that. I totally disagree with that.
Well, I mean, I can agree with what Lou. I was gonna say. I don't think you should be a dope boy and be pimping at the same time. I don't think you should be the manager at McDonald's and be pimping. I also don't think you should be a cashier. I mean, it's just certain things. It's just certain things that you can't do. Now, as far as the capacity of owning a business, I mean, you can invest in a business and you can hire people to run your books. You can hire a manager to run the business. You don't necessarily have to be inside of the business. Now, you do have to know what's going on. You have to know your numbers. You have to know your market and all that. And a man gonna do that anyway, right? So I feel that you should be making investments. Like by proxy of being a pimp, you're gonna need a house, right? So that puts you in the real estate. You know what I'm saying? By proxy of being a pimp, you're gonna need clothes and stuff, right? So let's say if you're spending all this money on clothes, why not open your own clothing store that pimps can come to? You always washing that car. I'm gonna go wash my car in a minute. You dig what I'm saying?
But, but what
So
about the squares coming to it too, though? I mean,
well,
the squares.
well, not the squares too, of course, of course. The squares gonna come
Okay,
anyway
okay,
because
okay.
it's a business. But I was just saying, like, if you want to feel like you doing something for the game, invite the pimping out. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all come on through. I got a car wash over here, man. They're gonna wash your car. They're gonna have you situated. You're gonna be good. So I feel that, yeah, you should be multiplying the money. You should be taking the money that you're getting from the game, multiplying the money, creating you a front because you got to have your fronts together, and your fronts is your legal businesses. You got to have those because you want to be able to blend in. But as far as selling dope and working a job and actually
You
being
gotta definitely have your fronts to protect your back. That's
Come
for
on.
damn sure.
Come on, look. Especially if you in Vegas. And that why you think I got a house out in Vegas right now, right? Why do you think they boyfriend? I mean, Vegas is the most, they got more cameras in Vegas than anywhere in the world. They got cameras in Vegas that'll scan your face. Oh, yeah, oh, I'm finna go to Vegas. Yeah, you nigga, you gonna go out there, you gonna be in the big bitch or the little bitch. Okay? If you going out there playing around. You see what I'm saying? Because Vegas is a different environment. This goes back to what we was talking about, geographical pimping. Each place is different. You dig what I'm saying? What you got away with in New York or what you got away with in Cali, like if you go to Cali, you're not going to see what you see in Cali and Vegas, even though they're 3 hours away. You go to Cali, it's a whole different world. You're like, God damn, tracks everywhere. You seeing holes everywhere. It's easier as far as, California is the home of the tracks. You go to Vegas, what you got? Boulder Highway, Tropicana, and then you got the Strip. Harmon, whatever. I mean, I don't want to mention too many names for people that don't know, but you feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's a different landscape. And then if a hoe is hoeing in Vegas, she, they're 85, 86 are from the clubs. You get what I mean? From all places. So if she's moving a certain way that she might have moved in New York, she's not going to be able to move that same way in Vegas. She's not going to be able to move the same way if you might send her down to Texas, because each place is different. Each place has different laws. Each place has a different lingo. You dig what I'm saying? So I think it all go hand in hand.
I agree with that. I think you should definitely have multiple sources of income, but it should not be mixed with any other illegal activity. Like, no.
No, because when you start having stuff, you put yourself on the radar, right? I'm pretty sure. See, it's different for Lou because he's in Miami, right? So in Miami, I mean, everybody got stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Golly. Wow.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
Man,
so yeah.
That,
So look.
Y'all there. I'm in Alaska, man. What are you talking about?
Oh,
So
yeah,
look,
my
so
fault,
look.
my fault.
So look.
Lou in Canada, he in
so
Canada, my fault, he in
so
Canada.
look. So the thing is now. I was gonna say. I really want to talk about some other shit. Okay, now look. Okay. They said, wow. Okay. What's the last thing I just said? What's the question I just, was Seattle?
Yeah.
Oh, pimpers everywhere. Okay, and then talking about how they sending the bitch. Okay, boom. Although no
There's
money
some.
being
Did you
legal.
see the one? Did you see the one comment? The real. What is that?
Where it said,
It says, what people think boyfriend pimping is
he went
what
back.
real pimping actually is. And the true definition for boyfriend pimping that they don't even know.
Well, so, and that's why I say, well, what would be some examples? If I open the car door for a bitch, did that mean being a gentleman, right? Or that boy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
what?
that's just you being a gentleman at
Well,
that point. Ain't nothing
my
wrong with that.
thoughts on boyfriend pimp, but I'll give you an example, right? An example of a boyfriend pimp is he's not doing anything that resembles pimp. So he's not giving no instructions. He's not telling her to go to the track. He ran into a hoe that already doing what she's doing. And he's just comfortable with the fact that she goes out there and she hoes. So he's not hanging out with pimps. He's not riding down the track trying to get no hoe. He's still fucking with square. He doing what he doing, but he's still accepting the money. He's cool with her going out doing prostitution. So he's not sending her out. He's not giving her no instructions. He allowing her to go out and do what she do, just like if she worked at McDonald's. That's her job to him pretty much. She goes out and she's a sex worker. So he's a boyfriend pimp, and he starts to, he might get on the internet and he might never heard nothing about pimping, but once he started coming across people who actually doing it, he starts saying, damn, well, I might just be a pimp. I'm getting money. She a hoe. She a prostitute. So this is where the term boyfriend pimping, I think, comes from. Just from a man who's not really, he's not sending her. He's not asking for the money. He just being a boyfriend, just like in a regular relationship. He just got a hoe. He just with a prostitute.
Yeah, I think it's deeper than that. I think to me, it's always, the guy that's just playing the con, behind emotions. She really runs the show, and he's taking the money, and he's playing with her emotions. He's always in her ass, laid up with the bitch, cuddling, holding hands, kicking cans. That to me is really the boyfriend. I don't want to say the boyfriend pimp, because you're right, you can't put nothing up before the pimp, but the guy who's portraying himself or calling himself a pimp, or even the broad is calling him a pimp, based off of just giving him the money. So, there's really no such thing as a boyfriend pimp, but there's guys who are calling themselves pimps and really just doing boyfriend activities, and conducting themselves like boyfriends. Can a pimp be a gentleman to a female? For sure. I totally agree with that. I thought, I believe that a man should, know how to be a gentleman at the end of the day, because, that's what men are, right? When you're dealing with a female, but it's what's the limit? You understand? Like, how far do you go? When is too much too much? You know what I mean? But shit, should a female feel like you're her everything? Hell yeah.
But see, I come from a different ilk of knowledge, that we put romance in our game, right? And romance is a big part of my game, okay? I use romance a lot. You get what I'm saying?
Bringing them roses.
Well, not roses, but I just mean romance in general. You get what I'm saying? That, that making her feel a certain way. You get what I'm saying? I use that in my game. You get what I'm saying? I like to make my, women feel like they the all in be all, that they the best thing popping. You feel what I'm saying? So, would smacking smacking her on the ass, would that be boyfriend shit? So it's like, where do the line get crossed at? Because is it boyfriend stuff because boyfriends do it? Or is it boyfriend stuff because it's emotional? See, these are the questions that you have to ask yourself when you're doing certain things, so that you won't be caught up in your mind, am I doing something that the boyfriend to do? But I'll just say, man, you got to have romance in your game. It's nothing wrong with getting your woman roses, man. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Not in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get us some roses, get us some roses. That's not going to make you any less of a man or less of a pimp because you got her some roses.
But the thing is what? But what's romantic to the pimp in the home might be her getting sat down at the beginning of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask why you tell. What color them roses?
They could be orange, they could be red, white. It just.
You getting the red one?
I might get the pink ones. I might get the pink ones with the.
What's romance
with you,
what's romance to the pimp in the home? Wouldn't it be the bitch getting sat down? You know what I'm saying? Picked up at the end of the night. Her say you break. Her give you the trap. You know what I'm saying?
That's romantic as fuck.
When she get home, and you know what I'm saying? Some song. Would that be romantic? Like,
that's romantic.
What's romance to the pimp in the home? Would that be the same thing as romance to the square? Now, because romance would have to tap into the feelings, like you said, her feelings, right? So romance for sure would have to go with emotions and playing on those emotions. It would have to go with playing on feelings of what? What's romance? That's for sure, boy. Definitely. Now, in the sense of right, it just is. Now, whether right or wrong, but for sure that's an element of boyfriend, girlfriend, romance. Because watch this. How would she feel it as romance? What is romance meant to do? What type of energy is surrounded by romance?
I mean, you have certain emotional. You got emotional bitches that are seeking certain type of elements. I mean, in an interview, a bitch could I mean, so perhaps a bitch decides that she like to walk the beach. You know what I mean? She want to ride bikes on the beach, or would that be a romantic scene, or would that just be like managing the bitch?
Are you holding hands and kicking cans?
Say that again.
Are you holding hands and kicking cans? Are you on the beach holding?
I'm just
Yeah, that's what you like to do. Okay, I get it, right?
Yeah.
Can somebody please define romance? Because I might be wrong. When y'all in the comments, Mufasa or somebody, what's romance mean? Tony read somebody, Pip somebody. Just feel, this. They said this. Phil Jackson get romantic.
How about a dinner, a candlelit dinner on the marina?
We can have the dinner without the candle.
What if it's in a spot?
Gotta eat, right?
So.
Why that candle gotta be there? What's the purpose of that candle?
Lucy, I'm blowing the candle out. Fuck that, I'm blowing it out. Yeah. They can't have no candle set up at the table at the restaurant. I'm blowing it out.
We need the candle. What we need the candle for? We can have a nice dinner, but what we need the candle there for?
Could y'all let me know what romance means, please? Oh, let me see something.
Oh shit!
We'll find out right now.
Yeah, look it up. I was looking for my.
They're talking about the one. They're talking about romance. Who's a romantic? That's what I'm saying. Is it your idea of romantic or her idea of romantic?
That's why I say that it's all about what's understood, right? Because you could do this with a broad, but you're letting her know. If you're letting her know, hey, listen, we gonna do this, or this is gonna happen right now, but you got to understand this is not on some square type love. This is not what we're doing as on some square shit. You're letting her understand that, hey, this is not.
Okay, so look, Lou, we can't hear you.
Why you can't hear me?
Lou, you too far. Now look, this is what romantic means. Romance, conducive to or characterized by the expression of love, a romantic candlelit dinner, conducive to or so you're expressing love. That's what romance is. Let me express my love to you. So that's your game. That's part of your game, YG. Like, ain't nothing wrong with love, shit, I guess, right?
I mean, love is an love. Look. Let me tell you something. Love is an emotion. Is an emotion that you can't get around, right? So, I mean, I know some of y'all want to be. I mean, just let's be realistic. Do you love your mama?
There's different types of love.
We're talking about the whole.
There's different types.
No, I'm just saying in general. No, but I'm saying it's love inside of you.
Okay,
do you have love?
I love my mama. You gonna have a romantic day with dinner with your mom?
No. I'm saying, of course, it's levels of love. But I'm just saying when you say,
well, I mean, come on, how you want to do it?
When we talk about love, love is gonna be inside the game.
Nah, loyalty, right? But what I'm saying, look, it's good. Like I say, everybody's games. That's technique, right? However, for sure, that's a boyfriend. Does a boyfriend express his love?
Sure does.
So when you spoke on boyfriend pimping, but you said you didn't, believe in it, and I don't think that there's a thing such as boyfriend pimping too, right? In a sense, pimping. However, YG, how do you, what are your thoughts on that? Because for sure, then, maybe you didn't think that you used the boyfriend tactic in your game, but you said you definitely do. Because expressing of love for sure would be a boyfriend tactic.
No, it's a pimp tactic. You don't. Come on. I don't know who raised y'all, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you gonna have love with your hoe, man. Come on, man. You dig what I'm saying? If you don't have it, man, you not for long. You ain't gonna be in this for long, for real. You better have you some love, and you better show some type of caring for the situation. You
The
just can't
boyfriend is a
accept the
man.
money. You just can't accept the money. I'm just going to accept the money, fuck the bitch. You fucking it up for the
The
game.
boyfriend
And
is
the
a man.
game is going to spank you because you're using the game as a tool just to get money. You're not doing none of the other aspects that
No.
make the game better, that make a
But
better hoe.
I think the game's gonna spank you the minute you start all that romantic shit with that bitch, and that bitch gets all in her goddamn feelings to the extent that she don't know what is and what isn't anymore, and she starts thinking that she's your goddamn girlfriend.
But the bitch will
So
get
emotions.
all in her feelings whether you doing romantic shit or not. How many bitches you had that they got in their feelings and you ain't done nothing
But the
romantic?
thing is, how you handle them. See, it's all about how you manipulate the situation. You know, when we use that word
Okay,
manipulate.
so if we use a manipulate, see,
Hold on.
go
Let
ahead,
me say
I'm sorry.
something before you say that. People use the term manipulate in the wrong way. To manipulate simply means to control. That's it. It's not to manipulate the person to play them like you're playing them in any type of way. No, you manipulate to control. So you want to be in control of a situation. You want to be in control of her mind. You want her to have the understanding. So you have to manipulate the situation because you want to be in control at all times of what's going on around you. So to manipulate doesn't mean to play somebody. It does. That's not what it means. Look it up. It's gonna tell you. It just simply means to control. So if you are not manipulating the people around you, you're not in control.
No, I
You
agree
want to be in
with you on
control.
that. I agree with you
So
on that, Lou. I agree.
if you start to manipulate through emotion, that shit's gonna bite you in the ass. Because there's no reason for a pimp to have to manipulate through emotion. There's no reason for you to play with her emotions to get your way. Yeah, you can get your way in the sense of I'm gonna get paid because I'm gonna forget, but that shit's at some point is gonna bite you in the ass because you're playing with her emotions. And what happens when you stop feeding those emotions of hers? That's when they go crazy, and that's when bad shit starts to happen. So I strongly suggest that you just stick to straight, just pimp on the broad, and let her always know what it is and what it isn't. Therefore, she can never say, "Oh, you played with my emotions. You told me we were gonna be together forever. You told me you were gonna give me kids. You told me all this extra shit you told her that you never meant anyway." Honesty is always the best policy when it comes to the pimping in the home. Always be straight up about what you want, what you expect of her, because if you start to play the con man game, it's gonna bite you in the ass. It's gonna bite you in the ass. It don't never end well. So honesty is the best policy. This is what it is. This is what it isn't. That's it. I'm not saying you can't
YG.
tell your broad you love her, you care about her. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because she wants to know that somebody does. I mean, she's with you,
Now,
but
YG,
getting
what has
romantic and
rom?
all
How
that.
has how has romance helped your program, YG?
Well, hold on. If I got a loud background, I'll turn it up down. Yeah, romance has helped my program because it brings. Oh, I got an echo. Is it me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, the echo gone now. It's gone now. You there, show?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, romance has helped my game out because it allows me to see the woman smile, see her happy. You get what I'm saying? When I take her out shopping, I might take her to Windsor's. You get what I'm saying? And I might pick her out a couple outfits. Take her in the dressing room. She try to dress on. I spin her around real good, and I look at her and I say, "God damn, girl, you found a motherfucker.
There's
You
nothing
finna
wrong with
get home."
complimenting. That's a
No,
compliment. You giving
but
them.
this is
You giving.
but this is romance to me, right? Yes, romance. So
No, your romance was roses. Come on, bro.
no,
Come on, bro. Your romance was roses, bro.
you ain't
Come
shit,
on,
Joe.
bro.
You ain't
Nah, bro.
shit,
Your romance
man.
was roses, bro.
What happened was Lou asked me about roses. I didn't bring that up myself. Lou asked the question. I answered the question. So that was that. But I like the way you tried to pull that. But yeah, so this is one of my things of romance, right? And it helps me because it helps her to feel better about herself. You know how many hoes got low self-esteem that go in the mirror and then talk to and they say, well, I don't feel beautiful. So it's up to me to build her up romance. Now, another thing would be taking my hoes out tonight. It's the echo again. Hello? Okay, yeah, so another thing will be, damn, man, echo, man. Who got the echo? Is that you, Show?
That's you, bro. You must got your Bluetooth on or something.
Is it still there?
I don't hear it.
When you go mute, I can't hear it, Show, when you mute.
How you know when I'm muting?
Because I hear, like, it sounds like a click out, like when when you get done talking.
No. That's your Bluetooth. But now we don't hear. Do you hear it? He trying to come on, bro. Romance.
No.
Remember,
what I'm saying is, I hear myself talking in the background, and that's fucking with me. It's like as I'm talking, I'm hearing myself echo.
Yourself, I can hear you. I can hear you echoing.
But when somebody do something, like right now, I can't hear no echo. So whatever is being done right now, just keep it like that. Okay, so as I was saying, I take my hoes out to dinner dates, and we gonna sit down and we gonna talk and we gonna chop it up about the game and what's going on and how things been going, where her mental state is. What are some things she thinks she can do better about the game? Yeah, we're gonna go out and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna eat. Like he even said earlier, we're gonna go to the gym. I take my hoes to the gym. We working out together. You dig what I'm saying? We finna go get it in at the gym. All this is a part of romance. These are not boyfriend tactics. These things that people just do in general. So for anybody out there listening, don't feel bad about none of that, man. Don't feel bad about allowing a person around you to experience life with you. You get what I'm saying? So that's romance to me. I'm not talking about kissing on the lips. I'm not talking about none of the stuff that y'all might necessarily be thinking about. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what romance is to me right there.
No, you just said that after I said it, bro. Romance was roses. Remember, making them feel good. Yeah, he think he's slick because I said, okay, well, what could it be? Okay, look, like I say, YG, ain't nothing wrong with, shit, what's wrong? Hey, shit, I'll be the bitch boyfriend, right? Because it's the thing. What's a pimp? So we always got to go back to that. See, once you got that understanding, we say, what's a pimp? And there's really just being a title and everything that it takes to pimp, you have to explain out of the title of PIMP. That's what I'm saying. So, okay, but now there's the thing. The bitch doing everything you tell her. Giving you the money, all that. Submission, all that. But she don't want you to call her a hoe.
Shit. She got problems. That means she's not accepting. She's not accepting who she is.
Okay, look. She don't want you to call her a bitch.
She's not accepting who she is.
I just don't like that word just coming up. I just, why do you have to call me a bitch?
This is what you are.
Do you really got to call her a bitch, though?
There you go. He gonna call her sweetie pie.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, make good content.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, is that a...
Nah, it's not a mark.
Well, remember, like, what's valuable, right? Okay, like, just don't call, see,
because you don't have to go around saying bitch. Like you ain't got to do all that. You can if you want.
What I'm saying is, but look, but bitch and hoe, hey, bitch, right? Is that slick talk?
For sure.
Squares don't call their bitches. Squares don't call their square girlfriends bitches.
Yeah, they do.
And they accept
Do square girlfriends, square girls call their boyfriends daddy?
Yep.
Excuse me.
We know squares call hoes hoes. That's not hoe. I mean, right? So when we saying bitch and hoe, is that slick talk in itself?
Well, I think
This bitch.
that's just lingo. That's lingo, right? So I mean that's how a person chooses to address their hope.
Okay, so man, I ain't got the hoe no more. She was giving me the why? Cause I stood on my pimping. Why? Because she said she don't want me to call her a bitch, and I said fuck that. I'm a pimp, and this is how we talk to you bitches, bitch. Or do we? Or does the elevated mind say that was immature, that man? You know, that's what I'm saying. Is it the pride? Is it the pride that's keeping us? You know, it's bitch. That's what it is. That's what
No,
it.
I
Is
mean
that the pride that's
that's
making?
exactly what I'm explaining, Joe. Is the fact that it's the pride that keeps people in a certain
The
mentality
reason,
that make you feel that if you're not calling a woman a bitch or a hoe, that you're not a pimp.
see me personally, right? I don't,
What?
I don't refer to them as bitch and hoe. Like I don't just, I call them by their name, right? But the fact that you just said when you gave the example of her trying to tell me what to call her, just because she tried to tell me not to call her something, I'm gonna call her that because now I feel like you're trying to test me. Oh, you don't like that? No, I'm gonna do opposite of what you just told me not to do. That would be the thing
Well,
with me. With that example,
well, not even so much telling, right? But just like she has an attitude. You just calling me a bitch. I just wish you wouldn't call me that. What's wrong? You're always calling me a bitch. And, do you have to call me that? Like in that sense.
right? Yeah, then that's more her, trying to express herself, in a more proper manner. But for her to try to tell me, "Oh, don't call me this or don't call me that," I'm gonna call you that just because you just tried to tell me not to. But I don't personally refer to females as bitch and hoe. I call them by their name.
What's a pimp? Oh, I like throwing about the word this. What's a pimp's obligation to the hoe?
The pimp,
Oh, nah.
the pimp,
Look, what's a pimp? What's a pimp's obligation to the hoe?
the pimp.
Okay. What does that consist of? Pimping. Okay, I get it. What else does it consist of? More pimping. Okay. What's pimping consist of? Consist of pimping. Come on, Lou.
I mean, we're not
Ali.
obligated. We just choose to. Everything's a choice, right? Just like she chooses to hoe. So, I mean, we choose to pimp on her. We choose to teach her. I think a pimp should be a great teacher, as far as teach her how to be a better her, how to be a better her for you. Um, Teach her how to grow up. A lot of these girls don't even know about their own personal hygiene. How to take care of themselves, how to take care of a home, uh, how to cater to a man, and the importance of that. Being close to God, in whatever way it is that you believe in God. Um, I think people should be close uh, on any spiritual level with the spiritual world. Um, y'all still there? Everything went silent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's you that's causing the echo. Yeah. So, to me, that's important for men to be able to do that. Just make them a better person, make them better. Teach them. I think a man is supposed to always teach a woman how to become a woman, but he has to know how to do these things too. Have understanding, teach them understanding, teach them good character. Uh, because just because we're in a lifestyle where the squares disagree with it, we accepted this lifestyle and we accepted what comes with it. So we accept who we are, understanding who we are and what we do and our purpose. Give them a purpose. Make them have a reason to do what they do. Other than, of course, just money.
How about to call a bitch baby, right? You know, what about when you call a bitch baby and you know you're in the midst of saying things and it come out that way, and a bitch addresses you like, I don't want to be referred to the way that a trick refers to me. So what would be you guys' concept on addressing a bitch's baby?
I mean, does she think does every bitch feel that way? Does every bitch gonna feel like, oh, that's how tricks talk to me, so I don't want you to talk to me? I mean, to say that to me, it all depends on what, again, the value of what she values. Would she consider that?
The question is, are you talking to a hoe or are you talking to your hoe? See, that's the thing. If you out campaigning, are you gonna be saying, hey bitch, hey hoe? You don't know her name, right?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna say a bitch if I don't know her faster than I would if I knew her.
Exactly. So that's why.
No.
So that's why I said that's the question that we need to be asked.
No, come on, bro. What? What you do? What you do, YG?
Joe still fucked up. Joe still fucked up about the money comment I made. Oh, it's okay, so let it go. Let the swelling go down.
YG? He had that about romance roses. Look, YG, what would you do?
What would I do and what?
When when meeting a lady in the street?
I'm not gonna call her no bitch no hoe. She hear that all day on the track. She hear that all day on the track. See, I wanna say something that's gonna differentiate me from the rest of all these motherfuckers.
She's a hoe already. Well, she's a hoe already.
I mean, still if she a hoe, she still hear the same thing.
Okay, so what you gonna say? So what you gonna say? Hey, baby.
I don't have to call her nothing. I can just say what I need to say. Get my game. I don't have to call her a name. I don't know her name at that point.
How do you get her attention?
I get her attention by talking. Is how we usually talk. See, if I'm riding up the track and I pull up, it's got to be the right, it's got to be the right scene and setting. I got to be close enough for her to actually hear me while I'm not screaming and hollering out the car. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not going to preface my game of what I'm trying to get her with a bitch or a hoe. That's just me personally. What would you say? What would you say, Sho?
Well, I believe like bitches like baby to the hoe. You know what I'm saying? Call a bitch a bitch. That's how you know she talking. That's how she know you're not the square. I mean, you could be right, but what I'm saying is that's like calling the soldier a soldier. With the here, the bitch here. That's a look. I called a bitch by her name, and she ignored me till I said bitch. It took for me to call her a bitch for the bitch to turn around. That's what my pick. That's a true story. For real.
No.
It took me to call her a bitch. Right. So, but that's what I'm saying.
So
can you call her a bitch?
So you in public. You in a department store. You in Dillard's or a mall or perhaps somewhere in a forum of upscale individuals, perhaps, right? So do you reach out to the bitch in front of everybody and like, bitch, come here?
Exactly.
Is that an opportunity to run your campaign, or are you trying to navigate through, the mall or however, or wherever it may be, and get your situation fixed? Get everything situated that you actually, that's the door what you're trying to get to today. You going shopping, and you in the middle of the mall. You might be trying on some Cartier glasses, and you referring to her, or would you just reach out to her as, oh, yo, bitch, come here, or baby. What do you think about this?
Like I said, it depends. Like I said, it depends if she a hoe or not. If I'm thinking that's just honest, how you know what I'm saying. But it's the same thing as this, right? When you meet the bitch, y'all, YG, uh, how long does it take before you let her know you a pimp? Because to me,
You
that's
talking
the
about
same
you
tree.
talking you talk about a turnout?
I'm just no, someone that's new. Just whether she's a turnout or new. The same way I'm saying we saying, well, would you call a bitch if you didn't know her? Well, the same spectrum. How soon do you let her know you a pimp?
It depends on the situation.
All that right away.
Okay, the first day she meets you, hey, so what do you do?
It depends on the situation. I gotta learn her first. I'm not gonna come out and say I'm a
See, well,
pimp.
that's
I never use those words. I don't use and say, "Oh, I'm a pimp." That's like I say, the game should be sold and not told. I don't have to tell her that. It's like she gonna just know it in general. Now, if she's a turnout, that's a little bit different. It's gonna be something that's gonna take some. It might take a little time.
I mean, shit, that's been one of the fastest ways I didn't have to turn out. Oh, you a pimp? Yeah. Oh my God, I've never met a pimp before you. That type shit. But I'm just saying, as far as that way, But so when a bitch asks you what you do, which will be who you are, then depending on the situation, will be if you are honest or not.
No, I'm gonna be honest at all times, but I'm gonna place the truth the best way to be placed. I'm gonna be. I like the way Simple said. I'm gonna be indirect but direct.
No, are you a pimp?
You say if she asks me that,
Yes.
I mean, like I said, it depends on the situation and circumstance. You know,
Better not deny it.
it's not
She
cookie
already
cutter
asked you.
because each woman is gonna be different.
But why would you feel like not telling her if she's asking you?
I never said she. You putting. I never said not telling her. I'm not giving you an answer because I'm. So you trying to create an answer for me? No, I'm saying it depends on the situation.
But
See, I
what's the
can't get. I can.
situation?
I'm not gonna sit here and give you a hypothetical.
No. But the question is, okay, you're talking to a broad, and she just be like, "Are you a pimp?" She just asks you, "Are you a pimp?"
I'm gonna ask her, what do she think? What you think? What you think? What you think? That's exactly what I'm gonna say.
And she'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I think you're a pimp. Just the way
Okay.
the way you dress, the way you look, the way you smell. Yeah, I get pimp vibes from you. Are you a pimp?"
What do you want me to do? Be your hoe or something?
Well, if she been around me for however amount of time, she already see what's going on, right? So certain questions and things that she don't have, I'm gonna be able to answer them straight out, flat out. But that's why I say, is it a hoe or a turnout? Because each situation is gonna pull
But
out
does it
different,
make a difference?
answers and
Does it
stuff
make a
out of
difference
this.
if she's a turnout or not?
Yeah, it does. It does. Because if it's a hoe, you probably met a hoe on the track, you met her in the casino, you met her in that environment. If it's a square, she might not know nothing about the lifestyle.
But she knows
So
enough
is
to
the pimp
know
in the
to
truth?
ask you that.
Is the pimp in the truth?
Oh, at all times.
If you're going, I feel like if you're just going around it after they already asked you, then you got a whole other, like, you trying to swindle your way into getting her to get to come fuck with you some other way other than straight the fuck up. She's already asking you. So if she's asking you, I'm not denying it. If a bitch is asking you, yeah, because you asking me already. What else am I gonna tell you to try to finesse you? Like, now I feel like you
Now,
gotta try to.
what if she undercover? What if she undercover?
But we're not talking about that.
No, but I'm
We
saying let's throw that in there.
you
Let's
There
throw
ain't
that
no
asking
in
her
there.
crime
if
in
she's
being a pimp.
undercover.
There ain't no crime in being a pimp.
We're not we're
She,
not
she asked you.
we're not gonna know. I mean, whether she's undercover or not, it don't matter at that point because common sense, right? You feel like she's police, naturally, okay. But we just talk about turnout, and we talk about the hoe that's asking, the hoe that already knows. So with the
But how you know
turnout,
what situation you gonna get sent? You don't know that until you evaluate the situation before you going in there just blurting out
but we're
something.
gonna
You get
speak
what I'm saying?
we're gonna speak hypothetically. Okay, she's not the police. We know she's not the police. She's not that. She's just the square. She's just the girl at Foot Locker that you see the potential to turn out. She asked you that question because now you up around her, you having that conversation with her, fresh conversation with her. She gave you the time of day to meet up and talk with her and let you pop your game. And she just turned around and asked you that because she might know somebody who's a pimp, right? She might have a cousin who's a pimp. So she got a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of understanding of the game. And she asked you that question. Are you a pimp? See, the way I would answer this question, me personally, I'm gonna ask her what she thinks a pimp is. Because I want to know what she thinks a pimp is. So then if she gives me the wrong answer of what she understands a pimp is and what he does, because a lot of people have that, especially a turnout, right? A square might have that mentality where they think a pimp, oh, he just takes your money, he beats on you. Then I understand at that point, if that's what she thinks it is, then I got to give her the explanation or the understanding of what it is that a pimp really does. You understand? Because now I want her to see or understand what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell her no. I'm not going to sit and tell her no. I'm not going to try to finesse her in a way so that then I could turn around and say, oh, yeah, bitch, now it's pimping. Like, no. Because if I told you no from jump, how you start is how you finish. That means I told her a lie. And if the pimp is the truth, right, then there's no reason to lie to her. So, okay, yeah, what do you think pimping is? What do you think a pimp is? You asking
So
me,
so so
what
it's
do you
not
think it
so it's
is?
not cookie cutter across the board, right?
Right,
Yeah, it's gonna be different responses for different situations.
right. But you
That's all I
want
was saying.
her to understand. You want her to understand because she might have the misunderstanding of what a pimp is, which a lot of people do. Right? They
Yeah, and
automatically
so
think
that's why I
that
say
everybody
before you
just
come out and you get in the car and just say, I don't know, I don't think you guys was characterizing y'all statement as if you just coming out the back, oh, I'm a pimp. You feel what I'm saying? That's why a lot of these motherfuckers that got locked up for impersonating the pimp. Because they in the DM, they in this, and they saying all this stuff, and they don't even know this woman yet. They don't know what she got going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing. You could say you a pimp, and she could put the robbers on you. Oh, this nigga a pimp? Oh, okay, he must got some money. Let me call D-Lo them. So that's what I'm saying. You got to really, really check the situation before you just, exposing your hand like that. You can't just expose your hand unless you're comfortable enough to expose your hand. And we're not talking about lying. See, I'm not saying lying around and saying that hey, I'm a manager or something. I'm talking about just placing the truth in the place that it need to be placed in at the time that it need to be
right,
placed in.
right.
Yeah, I mean, shit, heavy's the head that wear the crown. My thing is, you know, if we not going to, that's picking and choosing. If the bitch asked, then that means she had enough, something to at least ask. But the thing is, you know, denying that is that like denying whatever God, that's like Judas, that deny whatever God you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Because how many times have you came in the name of pimping and those were the magic words to make things happen? That's the whole point. Heavy's the head that wear the crown. The bitch ass, maybe look. Maybe that's what she look. You know why a lot of niggas don't get paid? Just because they don't ask for it. Just because they don't ask for it.
Yep.
They pride in the way, they this in the way. If they would have asked, sometimes that's all the bitch. She's the thing. Are you a pimp? Well, if I was, baby, right? Or if I was, bitch, right? Since you a pimp, right? Well, if I was, bitch, then uh, what will be your next move?
You
Oh,
gotta
are you a
ask for
pimp?
it.
Are you a hoe?
You gotta ask for it.
Are you a pimp? Well, I hear that word a lot. What's a pimp to you? That's what Lou's saying. She might not know what it is, or might have the wrong concept.
But it ain't never a situation where, you know, I'm going to wait till later.
Yeah, and
If she asks
I
first.
agree with
If she
I agree
asks
with that
first.
too, though. So not waiting till later. So I would say it should definitely be in the conversation. Maybe not early, but if she do ask it, then like you said, you do have the obligation to tell the truth.
Right. You know, and like I say, I don't want no hoe that's not proud. You see what I'm saying? I don't want no hoe that when she get around squares, she wants to camouflage with them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want the hoe to, you know, like that's part of it. But the money's good, this look good within the culture is good and all. Well then, what comes with it too? The same way we gonna have the attention that is, you know, come with the scrutiny. It come with the you know, okay, gotta be, you know, but like I say, that's different than are you the dope man? Yeah, I'm the dope man, that's still different. But you some pimping. You could, she calling it pimping, but she could see the God in you. And you deny it, that's what I'm saying. Not you, but you know what I'm saying. But that's the thing. I just believe heavy is the head that wear the crown. A lot of times we're not getting the hoes we want, or we missing a good hoe that might be a hoe just based on, let me see if y'all gotta know. A bitch know already, 9 times out of 10, what we own, or what, like, they already know. They already know. They want to see how much we believe in ourselves, really. For sure, there's hoes that don't come. Okay, how you know if a bitch is a turnout, Reg? I said Reg, reading the thing. YG, how would you know if a bitch is a turnout?
Uh, I mean, she won't have any knowledge. She won't have any knowledge about the game.
I mean, how would you know? Are you a turn? Have you done anything about the game? No. I mean, I instruct my hosts sometimes in situations, right? You know, back in the day, right? To act square. One trick approach. Some act square, bitch. So how will we know?
The conversation.
Do you think that a hoe can play square?
A good hoe can,
Okay.
but she can't play square to the pimp. She can play square to a tree.
So how would you know if she's a turnout?
Well, depending on the situation, right? Because it's all situations. And depending on the situation, I got the spirit of discernment, and I'm asking certain questions that's gonna get me to a certain answer, right? Now, me personally, when I see a hoe, I can feel it. I don't know about y'all, but I can feel it. You know, it's just the aura that you come with when she doing some hoe. So you kind of can't get around that. It's gonna be a certain innocence that a square is gonna have. The game teaches you, and the game roughs you up a certain way. And once you've been through the fire in this game, you know it's almost like general. You gonna have stripes, and you are gonna have a certain mindset. So even though for a whole those stripes might not be visible, but those stripes is gonna be in her character and the way that she talk and the way that she acts. And I'm gonna be able to pick up on the fact that she's trying to manipulate me because I deal in mind games.
Well,
Have you ever been manipulated by a hoe? where she played square and he found out that she wasn't.
No, but no, but like what they'll do, right? So some situations, right? They won't come. Even if her is already a hoe, right? Do you think she gonna let you know everything that she knows? See, see that's the thing. Like, even if it's not the square part, what about the bitch just acting way more green than what she is because she believes that you're supposed to be the pimp, and so you should know what's going on. Do you feel like the bitch should come with what she already knows, or she should come as a blank slate? Does she come with any experience? Can she bring any of her past experiences of hoeing with her?
I mean, she's gonna take strategies and things that she can use. I mean, I can have hoes so and they come fuck with me and they might do things a certain way. Now, at first, depending on if she came with the full offering at the beginning, I'm gonna see what she can do. I'm not gonna give her too much game. I'm gonna see what she can do on her own first. What knowledge do you have? If it's a turnout, it's different. But if she already been hoeing, and I know that she has a track record of it, and don't let me be the gave the courtesy call absurd to where I know the gentleman that she used to be with. So it's so many things that play that I'm gonna look at. Especially if she a hoe. A hoe can't get too much around you because she done been in the game. You done saw her before. You see her on the track. You see her in the casinos. You feel what I'm saying? So she's not going to be able to get away unless somebody been hiding her. She's not going to be able to get away with all that with me.
Exactly. There's no way that she can hide. She going to show some type of knowledge to the gang.
Exactly.
It's common sense when you.
I did a turnout like this, right? I put a scenario in front of her, right? And I said, well, let's say, it's a person in a room with $1 million. You feel what I'm saying? And that $1 million is yours. What would you do to find that person in that room? Then I see her response. And I say, well, you notice, okay, you find that person, he got this money and it's your money, he just don't know it yet. So he been drinking a little bit, he might be a little tipsy. What do you do in that situation if he's a little tipsy because you're still trying to get the money? So what I'm doing is I'm taking her through a scenario. Now this one square motherfucker, she says all the right fucking answers, but she was a square, she had never been in the game. So that had me think like, hold on now, this bitch, she said too much that was like right. And it had me looking at her a certain way. Later on, I found out that she had never been with a pimp, but she had been doing prostitution. So she had a little, she didn't have a game, but she had a little experience in what was going on. She lied about the fact that she wasn't in the lifestyle and the capacity of prostitution. And I found her later on down the line. But the only way I was able to find that out was by taking her through this scenario. And she got it, the whole scenario ended up, she got him up to the room. She got him for the Patek, for the watch. She did what I'm saying. She tied him up because I asked her, okay, well, do you use a drop game? Do you time? I asked her all these things and she was hitting it on point. You did what I'm saying? She even kind of changed it around and made me like, damn, that actually was smart in that specific scenario that I gave her. So that's what I would encourage y'all to do. Create scenarios. And, women like playing that shit and play that scenario out with it and see what would be her response. What would you do in this situation? Now, she might say all the right motherfucking things, right? And if she's a hoe, you also want to look at that too, not just if she's a square. If she's a hoe, you want to look at that too, because like Show said, she could really be playing. So you want to, but it's just really up to you in that situation to be able to differentiate the motives of the hoe at that point.
Absolutely. Yeah, because that gives you a little bit more leverage with the bitch, That tells you, that would tell me that she clearly understands instructions, you know, and that would limit or lessen how much introduction to the game I would have to give her, you know, which is less headache. You know, not saying you know that teaching a bitch the game is a headache or not. Now, you know, some bitches have their mind made up. You know, I'm looking at these comments. So YG, when you taking a turnout, do you think it's normal protocol to set up a scenario?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. Say it again, brother.
No, I was saying when you moving around a turnout, do you think it's protocol to set up a scenario so that you get a response from her to see what her performance would be and you know how well she could deal with the field, what she got going on?
Yeah. I think scenarios are real good just to get a vision. Now, a scenario is only words because when you're actually in that situation, you have to also think about environment. You have to think about all these other aspects of the situation that might change the scenario of what you guys are just talking in words. But I think the scenario is good just to get a base view of how she thinks, her mindset, and some of the things that she might do, because we never know what she's going to do, but some of the things that she might do in these certain situations.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, I think it tells you a lot. It gives you a lot of education on who you're dealing with.
Exactly. No, it definitely does. It lets you know who you're dealing with. And but that's why I say a person can say anything out their mouth though, right? So that goes back to just keeping in mind that she could be manipulated. You see what I'm saying? So I'll listen to what she say to get a view of what she can do, but I always got in my mind that, okay, she might be bullshit. She might just be saying what I want to hear. All these different things I'm thinking in my mind too. And I'm basing how I react to the situation based off her responses, her energy, and the tone behind what she's saying.
Right. That tells you a lot. You know, that gives you a lot of information without, you know, her speaking. You know, because I had you know bitches that really didn't want to say much, you know? And I was always leery of that.
Oh man, y'all, man, look, you definitely got to be leery of that. I'm very leery of somebody who just don't got nothing to say. I didn't say all this, and you ain't got nothing to say. Oh no. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, look, no input. You say what you think about it. I'm listening. You done been through it before. You know what I'm talking about. And then she giving you like 3-word responses.
Right.
I say, show her the dough. Show her the dough.
Well, I mean, then back to that question again. Do you give her a scenario and, you know, and see where she goes with that? I mean, because you got people that, a bitch that, you know, just sometimes she's more action than fraction. Like she, you know, she might have more to show than to say.
Yeah, you're right.
Trying to teach a bitch to talk to you, you know, becomes sometimes, you know, almost impossible.
But conversation rules the nation, right?
Absolutely.
And that same hoe that you talking about, put her around some of her friends and watch how she talk. And watch how she be all into the shit. And watch how she can go back and forth and all this shit. See, that's why I don't let that shit fool me. Now all of a sudden you want to be quiet. And it's cool because she might be soaking up the game, right? And that's cool. But it's a certain quietness that I look for when you ain't got nothing to say about this game that I know that is exciting. See, when you talking this game, if a motherfucker really into it, they pussy getting wet. You feel what I'm saying? They all into this shit. Like it's in their character. You can see it in them that they're excited about the game.
Yeah.
And whenever a motherfucker's not excited, like, you know what they thinking? And they mind, they thinking like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Oh, I'm listening. I'm listening. Yeah. Oh, I'm listening. That's your telltale sign right there. Any hoe that wanted to really be with me, she was excited about it. She talked about it. You dig what I'm saying? You know, she had things to say. She had questions to ask me about what I was talking about. You mean to tell me you ain't got no questions? You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you something, YG. So let me ask you. The bitch down, something happens, she get arrested, she call you on the phone. Hey, daddy, I got could you pick me up?
No, she not calling me. That bitch better not call.
Okay, so what do you do?
Well, no,
So what do you do?
she gonna call. She gonna call either one of my peoples. You get what I'm saying? And they gonna call me. You know, she's not gonna
Okay,
call
then
me,
what happens?
especially
Then
my
what
phone.
happens?
Okay, she said she just need to get. Okay, we gonna go get out. We gonna go get out.
I mean, are you?
I am. I ain't gonna leave my whole route.
Okay, well, I mean, would there ever be a scenario where you would? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, like, you know what, when would you ever leave her in? Would you, what would be your procedure?
Well, if it was a learning situation, let's say if I told her to do something, or I told her to be somewhere, and she didn't do it and end up getting into a situation like that, even in that situation, I might not leave her in because shit, I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody, to be honest. You know, it would
Yeah.
have to be something really like some police shit for me to leave in there. If you're dealing with the police, that's different. You're gonna ride in that motherfucker. But, you know, in most cases, I'm gonna get out. Even if I get her out and let her blow up, I'm still gonna get her on out. Next thing you know, she done paid me good. And, you know, I don't. That's bad for the game.
Mm.
That's just me. Like, he's like, you know, I can't see like my brother's like, whenever I go to jail, I be wanting to get him out. Shit. You know, it's like that. What can I do to help you? Because I don't want you in that situation. That's just me personally as a man. Yeah.
So, what if she get arrested on the Friday and she say, you know what, they probably let me out on Monday. You know, I could just stay in so we ain't got to spend the money.
Sure, we talked about this. We had this conversation, me and you.
What happened? What'd you say?
No, well, okay, I'll tell you what you said. You were saying like, okay, you know, you ain't got to waste the money. She gonna get out in 2 days. It's like, well, would I spend that money? I know we was having this conversation a couple months ago.
What would you do?
I mean, it also depends on like if it. I'm getting my whole out. I'm getting out. I'm not gonna let her sit in there for 2 days, and she's sitting in there with hoes, and they getting out, and she looking at them like, damn, your daddy coming to get you out. I'm still sitting in this motherfucker for 2 days. 2 days feel like forever when you in there.
So now if she blows up, right? You still responsible for that bail?
If she not with me, hell no.
I mean, okay, well then how are you bailing her out?
Hold on, okay, maybe you said if she blows up before she go to jail?
Well, you said that you'd bail her out, and even if she blows up, you'd still bail her out.
No, I said after. I said even if she blows up after, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll take it on the chin. Like, okay, well, you know, fuck it. She blew up, but I still did a service for the game. Even
But you'd be
if she go to another pimp and she pay his pimping, at least still in the game, still good for the game.
No, but you'd be responsible for the bail though.
I've already paid the bill.
Oh, the whole bail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was with me before I paid the bill, and when she got out, she blew up.
So now no 10%. No, you paying the whole bail.
Right.
Well, no, you know you only gonna pay 10%.
Okay, well then, I mean, so who's responsible for the?
And you get that money back in most cases.
So who's responsible for the? I never heard of that. So who's responsible for the rest?
Well, the
No,
full
but you
bail.
can't call your phone. So your people gonna bail her out in their name.
Yeah, I got squares in the lifestyle that can show up and be like her cousin helping out. I got people I can call to help me with that situation. I call people before the best. I keep people like that in the chamber for situations like that. But and I know, from what I know, you only have to pay 10% of the bail. And I know
And if they don't,
In
and if you
Chicago
don't go to
they give
court,
it back to you in a check. I think if you're not convicted, they give it back to you in a check.
and if you don't go to court, then what?
If she don't go to court,
Yeah.
see, it's different laws in different states. How do they do it in Cali?
You have to be responsible for the bail. A warrant, where the person get a warrant.
See, I've only dealt with that situation in Chicago, and it's different. It's different.
So you can bail someone out, and they not go to court, and you don't have to be responsible for the bail.
I mean, like I said, I don't know the
Or have you
state.
never been in that situation?
Yeah, I've never been in that situation like in maybe the state that you've been in. But
You
like
say
I said,
what?
if that person is not convicted, they're gonna send you all that money. They're gonna send it all back to you.
Have you ever had a bitch go to jail
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not prison, but been locked up. Yeah.
over
Yeah.
prostitution? So what happened?
I mean, you just bail them out.
So was you Miss Pimping or was she Miss Hoeing?
It was just vice night. That's
So what's that mean? She ain't got no
you
vice
got the
night
police nights.
instructions?
You got the police nights and police out there, and just wrong place, wrong time.
I know, but did that come from the lack of instructions or what? The lack of what? Who gets the blame for that? The, to you, right? You regular day of pimping, regular day of hoeing, say, a routine is normal. And like you say, oh, it's just vice night. Okay, well, whose fault is that? Does everybody get caught on vice night?
Well, no, not everybody. Just wrong place. She's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Or could it be the wrong instructions?
Well, to
No,
myself,
the situation is like,
maybe I made a
Huh?
bad decision because I mean, because we got a official vice night, right? There's official vice night. So now,
I mean, are we
someone
blaming it on vice night or, I mean, I'm saying, right? However, okay, like, so those bitches that get vice night, okay, don't get in this car, don't get in that car, bitch, but it will hoe around the police, right? And bitch, have a great day, right? So sometimes, so what I'm saying is just because it's vice night don't mean ain't no hoeing going on.
absolutely.
exactly.
So what I'm saying is that just vice night or is it Miss Hoeing or Miss Pimping?
Well, in my situation, it might have been a little bit of mishoeing, because wrong place, wrong time. She wasn't supposed to be in that
So
specific area at that time of day.
okay, but whose instructions was she under?
Right.
She was under my instructions. Yeah, she was under my instructions. I take full responsibility for it. That's why I,
So
took
then
care of
would
the
that be Miss
situation.
Pimping?
Not
Right.
necessarily mispimping. I wouldn't say
Why not?
mispimping, but I would say, it was a it was a mistake that was made that we had to pay for.
So why is that not Miss Pimp? How come that's not Miss Pimping and it's a mistake?
then if something happened with the pimping, then that's mispimping.
I mean,
I
I'm saying,
believe it's misleading. I've taken a dive for that, because I mean, we have other avenues. It might be high on one track, but now it's your job. I believe that you pay to know, what the temperature is. Although you could be, misinformed or, but I just believe that it is my job to understand the temperature.
Do we give room for what they call quote on? You could be in a car accident and you be sitting at a light and the car comes and runs right behind you. So what's that? You didn't know how to drive? Is that wrong place, wrong time? Well, for sure it's that, right?
That's an accident.
Or is that just something that comes with a risk that's being taken when you decide to drive an automobile on the street?
yeah, it comes with the risk. The problem and lies when you didn't mitigate the risk. See, that's what I
You
told
can't
her. You have to
mitigate.
mitigate the risk by
What I'm saying is look, it's like playing football, right? You don't know what tackle might be the tackle to make you twist your ankle. No matter how you know what I'm saying, you don't know if you're gonna jump and play basketball, and if you come down and you fuck your Achilles heel up type shit, just a little bit, just cause how you landed. What are some things that just come with playing the field? How come the bitch could go to jail under the pimping's instructions or lack thereof, and that's not mispimping? But the pimping could go to jail for pimping and being guilty of pimping, but that's mispimping. How can a pimp go to jail guilty of pimping and that's mispimping? But then the bitch go to jail guilty of prostitution and it's just a mistake.
what do we call it, Miss Owen?
Or is it mispimping? She's under his instructions. Why was she there in the first place on Vice Night? He didn't give her the game not to get caught? Is he riding up and down the track trying to all the other bitches? Or is he in the cut looking at what cars?
Well, I was in a whole nother state at the time.
Okay,
Me
but I
personally.
mean, what they got to do with instructions?
No, I don't got nothing to do with instructions. But I said I wasn't physically there to monitor the situation, right? But so it was all based off instruction, and we rectified the situation, and she's been moving right since then. I'm glad after the fact. I'm glad it happened to her because she was able to get that experience, and then it made her not want to go through that. Yeah, it made her not want to ever go through that anymore, and it also made my instructions even more better because she was like, I should just listen to you, and I'm sorry. So she apologized and she
So what were the instructions she didn't listen to?
Say it again.
What were the instructions that she didn't listen to?
Location when she was
But you
moving.
knew it was Vice Night. Okay, so now she's not listening to you, right?
Yeah, she wasn't listening. Yeah, she wasn't listening. Yeah.
So then what does that mean?
That just means she wasn't.
Your host not following your instructions? So is that mispimping?
I mean, if you want to call it that, I agree with you on that. That's what you want to call it.
And you bailed her out? Huh?
You said it again?
And you bailed her out?
Well, we already talked. We had asked 3-4 times. I already said that.
So you make the bitch sit it down. So you make the bitch sit it down because it was on her bad.
Hold on, say it again.
No, he said he ain't never been through that before.
Oh yeah.
Been through what?
Come on now, people. Come on, probably. Huh?
Never been
so
to
when
a
bitch went to jail, what happened?
I don't know. Who's talking? I'm trying to do that.
I'm talking to you, YG. You said on Vice Night, the bitch went to jail because she didn't listen to instructions. So I said, did you bail her out? What happened with that?
Well, we already talked about that, show. You just asked me. Did you ask me that I bail out when we first started the conversation?
And what'd you say? I didn't hear
answer.
Oh, I said, yeah, Bill down. I said that me personally as a man, I don't want to see nobody in that situation, whether it's my brother, whoever it might be. I'm gonna help them out just as a man. It ain't got nothing to do with just the game. As a man, I'm gonna look out for my people to make sure they're not in the thralls of
So
the enemy.
so so what was that procedure? How did you bail her out?
You asked me the same question, so like it's repetitive. I
I
already
don't think
told.
I ever asked you that one. I don't think I asked you that one.
I told. Well, I'm saying you probably I don't know. You gotta get your mind together. Yeah, I said that I would have somebody else do it, right? If she called me, because you said if she called you and she wants you to bail out, what would you
No,
do?
you said you would have somebody else. I'm saying what happened in your specific
No,
situation?
I already told you that. I said I called my peoples. I had them handle it for me.
Did she go to court?
Of course, yeah, she showed up to court. Yeah, yeah. They threw it. They ended up throwing it out. It wasn't nothing big. It was solicitation. It wasn't nothing big.
So what they throw out?
The whole solicitation. It wasn't. She didn't. It wasn't like she went to court. They just threw it out. They ain't go. They didn't convict her. They didn't have any. They threw it out. They threw the that's what they threw the situation out. The solicitation of prostitution. I know that's how we said in Chicago. They threw it out. Are you there, show?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
So they just threw it out.
Yeah, just threw it out.
Now you said Vice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Vice picked her up for solicitation.
What do you want to know exactly what happened in the situation?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me see. I can put this. Uh, she was doing her thing, of course, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Uh, uh, and she was dressed a certain way. And they pulled up on her shit and just took her in. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you've been out here. We see you back and forth. They didn't catch her. They didn't catch her getting in and out of any cars. They were just fucking with her. You get what I'm saying? They was really just fucking with her. Sometimes that's what they do. They just fuck with you because of how you dressed and because you out there on the corner and all that. So it ain't that happens sometimes. They just be fucking with the hoes. There ain't really no rhyme or reason to it. I can't explain why the police did what they did.
That's basically the reason, That's how it worked.
Yeah, that's how it
That's
works.
how it used to work. Yeah, that's how it used to work.
Yeah, they see him out there and, shit. She out here and you're around the same area and you dress this certain way. What else you doing?
Right. They had it.
I'm here.
Yeah, no, basically what they used to call that was loitering. I guess that's the way they address it now. Let's say if there's 2-3 rounds of shit, and mover.
Yeah.
But but then, how about when a bitch call you and say like, okay, it's hot right here, 12 just said something to me, it's time for me to go. And the pimping lead the bitch down anyway.
Exactly.
Is that mispimping?
You say when the bitch get arrested and you put her right back down?
When the bitch call you and say, the police told me to leave, and you lay the bitch down, don't let the bitch.
Right, catching
another date. Is she catch the next big date more than she caught all night? Yeah, because the game will test that, right? And like I say, it just depends. It ain't Miss Pimping, right? Because it's the thing. This the thing, you know. And I'm speaking from experience, right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the pimp. I mean, the police might say, okay, the police, okay, stay down. But this the thing. How you know the bitch telling the truth or not? See, a bitch will watch. See, that's what I'm saying. A bitch. See, see, if a bitch knows that, oh, these guys are harassing me, you'll lift her off the track. Oh, the police are hot. Okay, you'll lift her off the track. Like, see, that's the thing too. You know, it's part of it. See, that's what comes on the track. The pimping, the hoeing, the police, and the tricks. That's what the track is. The police is part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, hoe around them, huh?
So perhaps perhaps they take the good thing, right? You don't consider that, or would that be misconception?
Well, like I said, if I'm telling the bitch to stay there, and she's following my instructions, and I'm telling her to stay down, she's following my instructions, and the spirit of what I'm saying, what I say, I don't think the bitch get arrested. If she did get arrested, first off, I don't think there's no such thing as Miss Pimp. So let's just start with that. What's up, King Case? I don't believe there's such thing as Miss Pimping at all. It's either you're pimping or you're not, right? That's the whole thing. Okay, now, because if you miss pimping, then what? You miss the pimping. You know what I'm saying? If you miss, what's Miss Pimping? Mistake?
Okay,
What's Miss? Is Miss short for mistake?
okay, so me, right? I know the track. I'm real familiar with the track. I got 2-3 years in on the track. Right? So I understand that there's a high possibility. There's a high possibility that what she's saying has some truth to it, right? Regardless of whether she's plug it up. Regardless of whether she's telling the truth or not, right? So out of my own intelligence, I leave her down, and I call her about an hour later or two, and her phone going to voicemail. So I'm on it. For the rest of the morning, it's just voicemail, 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 voicemail. So run through the procedure, plan at the bit, see in the precinct, right? So that what would that be?
It rains on the just and unjust alike. Because, like I say, what about them times that you know what I'm saying? Whatever when you left her down, the bitch scored. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got that goes both. What happens? Okay, if anything happens when you send the bitch, is that Miss Pimping? Anything happens wrong with the bitch, is that Miss Pimping? That's what I'm saying. So it's like, like I said, what's Miss for a mistake? What's Miss? What's Miss short? What's Miss Pimping? I mean, what's Miss short for a mistake? What's Miss?
Sure.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Okay, so what about so you that wouldn't
Because
ride the thin line of mismanagement?
what you say?
That wouldn't ride a thin line of mismanagement?
What is Miss short for? What does Miss Pimping mean?
Short of.
Huh?
Short of pimping. Short of.
Miss is just is pretty much just a slip up in what you got going on. So if you see a car misfire, it means it didn't fire how it's supposed to. If you say a misstep, meaning you didn't step, you were stepping, but you missed the step. So you still doing what you're doing, but
everything but a
miss,
everything but a mistake, huh? Everything but a mistake, right? Everything but a mistake. Misstep, misfire, misdoubtfire. Everything but a mistake, right?
No, that's what I was just saying. I was saying it's pretty much just a mistake.
Okay, now,
Okay,
is that
so
a mistake
what
in your
about
pimping?
one?
Here's
What
my
about if
thing.
it's
Y'all gotta
more than
understand this.
more than?
Pimping is illegal. So we all agree, right? So if a person had a career of 30 years in the game, anything that you do doing illegal, speeding, anything, you have to. That's like betting 100 out of 100%, 100 times. What if you're just guilty of pimping?
I get what you're saying, Show. You just talking about
I figure you miss pimping. I figure you miss pimping when you're not pimping. Honestly, I figure bringing the bitch in might be miss pimping because you didn't want to pimp. You didn't have enough confidence in the game. Like you didn't have enough. I believe not telling the bitch you some pimping she asking up again is miss pimping. If that's the case, what's miss pimping? That's what I'm saying. People want to say that, but what's miss pimping? The same way I don't believe there's no such thing as a real pimp. What's a real pimp? How can I just be a pimp? It's like,
Okay, what do you mean?
for the
What do
real
you mean?
pimp? Right?
What do you
But
mean?
that's
So
what
is
I'm
there a
saying.
real?
No, it's hoeing. It's pimping and hoeing. Ain't no real hoe, real pimp because why can't can I just be a pimp? Or do I gotta what's the difference between a real pimp and a pimp? What's the difference between a real hoe and a hoe? What's the difference between somebody really pimping versus somebody that's a real pimp versus somebody that's a pimp? That's what I'm saying. People use words to because like I say, anything illegal, if you get caught or told on or whatever happens in an illegal operation, then the position that you were doing in that operation, where you missed doing that position, you know what I'm saying? Like you did something wrong if you get caught, or is that just are innocent people? You know what I'm saying? So like that's the thing. Now, what would I feel was miss pimping is something like this. If we're gonna use the word miss, I believe miss pimping, if we're gonna use that word, is synonymous with being green. I believe miss pimping, if we're gonna use that word, is not understanding what pimping even is. Things will happen in the midst of pimping. Things will happen in the midst of hoeing. Because to be honest, a bitch talk about she's some hoeing for 5-6 years, and she don't have a record, she gonna look funny. To be honest, damn bitch, you ain't been arrested one time. To be honest,
Yes.
because that's what comes with it. The game you should be given turnout is look, bitch, you're getting arrested, you're going to jail, bitch. Let's know that right off top. Because any hoe that's doing some hoeing, that's what comes with it. But what's the game for that? Make sure the bitch keep going to court, keep going to court, keep going to court, keep going to court, all the way up to damn near trial. And they're going to end up throwing it out. That's the game. But if we so busy stuck on, oh well, she mishold and he mispimped and the court and not all that type shit. Where's the game in it, right? Tell the bitch keep going to court. See, that's the game. But to have someone feel like they did something wrong while doing wrong, in the sense of the law. I'm breaking the law, and when the law catches me breaking the law, then I did something wrong by staying true to the law that I believe in. That's breaking the law of the land. It makes no sense.
Top of the morning, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But now,
That's all I'm saying, right? Go ahead.
I mean, so now back to where we was at with it, right? So would that be an unseasoned pimp, or
Okay, look. Hey, the police are outside, Daddy. They told me to go in. What should I do? All right, bitch, come on, take it in. Fuck it. Let her hoe another day. Come in. That'll sound unseasoned. All right, bitch. We see. You know what the car look like, right, bitch? Okay, what's it, bitch? What was you doing, bitch? Was you under the light? Was you supposed to be? Okay, well, bitch, catch another day, bitch.
anything but anything, bitch. But I don't know what I'm doing.
No, but I'm just saying that's his both. That's his honest, real both sides of the spectrum. So that's what I'm saying. It's the motive. Like, what's what I'm saying? Like, oh, I couldn't wait for you to call me, bitch. A lot of niggas, to be honest, really be more scared to have a bitch down than the bitch to be down. Honestly. Okay, well, let me ask y'all this. Y'all driving to set the bitch down, and y'all don't see no other hoes down. What do you do?
Me personally, I'm gonna let's say that as an opportunity to get the ball. I mean, because I'm gonna screen the area anyway. And see what the temperature is. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna be around for a minute. I don't let that distract me. That don't give me a decision and where if I'm gonna cut this bitch loose or keep moving. I 9 out of 10, I'm gonna sit the bitch down anyway just to figure it out. Who's here?
YG, do you give quotas? If you were pimping, would you give a quota?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Because there's no limit to what she can make. Yeah. Oh.
Well, the quota would be the minimum limit.
Well, I mean,
But okay, no.
I don't do,
Go ahead.
I don't do quotas anyway. She know that she know what a hoe can do, and I know what a hoe can do.
What's a decent day for you? YG.
What's the
Out of
deal?
one bitch.
I'm gonna let Prada answer first. Go ahead, Prada. I gotta do something. Give me 3 seconds.
Wait, say that one again. Give me that one again.
What I was saying is, what would be y'all's perspective of a decent day of home? She could have did better, but she didn't do bad. And what's an acceptable trap?
Bail money.
The 10%?
A little a little above that. A little bit above it. No.
Can
Gas.
a bitch consistently bring 500 every day?
No.
And that be all right? I mean, she might get some more some days, but she as
No,
long as she
not
at
an
least bring
average.
500 a day.
I would believe that she's holding the trap, and she's not elevating. Again, like always, this is not progression. That's not progression, right?
If she doing 500 a day, let's say I got her working, she's got that 8 to 8 hours. I mean, it's just not gonna add up. The math don't add up. It's something that ain't happening right. Something ain't happening right. If she's only able to bring $500, you can get that off one trick. 500, that's one person. So you got to have something to show for this time. All this time that you done been out. What you been doing?
And yes, in the comments, yeah, I was speaking averages. Averages. So like say we're doing a month average, right? 500 a day. Okay, so like okay. So
But
you
I'm
said
not gonna
go ahead.
talk about her. I'm gonna give her game because she might even have some misses. She might be out there. She might, it's slow. They acting up, whatever it might be. I'm still gonna have a game to give her for her to stay down. And even if she do come in with that 500, I'm not saying if she's a $500 bitch, but if she happen to come in with 500 one day, I'm gonna, sit down and see what happened, and we're gonna see if we can do better tomorrow. Because I'm not just thinking about the money, the money, the money. I want to know what happened. What age you only make $500, and what can we do different tomorrow that's gonna make that 500 1,000, right? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make that 1,000 1,500. That's gonna make that 15 2,000. And as you keep going up, and you find different strategies when you with these troops in order to upsell.
Yeah, but wasn't this question like if it was every day, if she keep coming with 500? I would believe that maybe she have something else going on. I would believe maybe she, might be using, or she might, have something outside of the game that she's attending. Because I mean, if you have, if you know where you sitting this bitch down at, the potential of it, right? I do. I would understand the potential. So if she's consistently coming with the same amount or around the same amount each time, I would automatically alert would come up that, okay, this bitch is trying to play me. She's testing my pimping, and with that, I would have a problem with that, because I wouldn't have a bitch down knowing that she can only get a certain amount every day. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. I would find other avenues to. Okay, so like for me, it would keep the bitch down like a lot longer than normal. So now I know, okay, the bitch get an 8-hour shift and she can rest up. So now if she's only bringing $500 out that 8-hour shift, I would keep the bitch down until her trap grow. I would leave her down, because there would be no way that I would not understand this venue, where I have her at. I would know that this is her capabilities is a lot above, a lot far beyond what she's actually performing. So that would tell me that her performance, there's something wrong here with her performance. And with that, she's subject to being reprimanded, or, we would try to work it out. I would definitely try to work it out, try to figure out what the situation is. And if I can't fix the situation, I would be looking.
Okay, let me ask y'all. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Okay. 500 a day. Wait, fuck, what I was gonna ask you? You said boom. Some reprimanded, boom, 500 a day. And I said, let me ask them, um, um, what the hell was I gonna ask y'all? Damn, I hate when that happens. Okay, wait, 500 a day. 500 a day, reprimanded, no, by the way, no quota. Let me think, hold on. No quota, what was I gonna say? 500 a day. She brings in. Oh, okay, I remember what I was gonna say. I remember. Okay, you look, y'all. Okay, look. Okay, you got freelance, the track, specifically the track, and you got the lines, and you got the carpet. So you got the lines, you got the track specifically, you have freelancing, and then you have the carpet. Now, if you could just choose one way, and say it was Pimp Olympics, right? Pimp Olympics, and we want to see who, get the most money for the day. If you was going to choose one way for the bitch to get the most money from your instructions, which way would you choose? We could do the strip clubs too.
If I only had one way, it would be the track.
You tell me to stop.
Y'all in the chat, y'all like that? Y'all like that scenario, huh, y'all?
It would be the track.
That's a hard one for me.
It would definitely have to be the track for me. because because all of those other venues, I believe, has an expiration, a time expiration, an hour, a particular hour. You know that she would no longer be allowed to sit. I mean, the track to me is a red light district. You know, I mean, but now the internet has more of a variety. You know, then you got a lot more wealthier, people that prefer not to expose themselves. But I just believe the track. But now I came up on the track.
This live is about to end, y'all, in 15 seconds. What y'all want me to do?